Okay, you guys are live on Hector's channel now.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I think it's from a different mic though.
Yeah, that shit sounds.
Okay. Do the cock up?
Just yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, this definitely sounds like dog shit.
I think that's your controller.
You're in like a wind tunnel right now.
Oh. Better?
Oh yeah,
No?
still the same.
Chat mic. Okay, that's... Why is it defaulting to that shit? What the fuck?
What is it?
It's
The
my
camera?
Logitech bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the Pochi cam.
Oh, it's the Cronus?
Hello, can you hear me good?
Oh, man.
Oh hell nah.
Oh, it's not Cronus. You should just hold that up
Can
to
you
your
imagine?
chest.
Okay, I don't know why this is happening. Hold on, let me fix this shit.
Hector, try an incognito mode tab. That's what Britt and Westy did, and it worked for them last time.
I can just fix this. Hold on.
You guys can't hear my fan, right?
Hello?
Hey, we can't
I
hear
think
anything
one
over you or ever, Hector.
There you go. Hello?
Yeah,
Way better.
You're
way
fixed
better.
now. You're fixed.
All right. We're good to go, boys. How we
Yes,
doing? How we
sir.
doing? Where's
good.
Is Crinkles here?
No, I think probably setting up the camera.
Okay. Katie said he was here, so I flew over here.
No. I said Ebates and Ram were here. I didn't say Crinks was here.
Oh shit. Apparently that that Adrian took him away from us. Was good. Is that true?
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, that makes sense why you didn't want to play with me yesterday.
Oh shit. He don't play with you?
No.
I thought he didn't. I thought he didn't get on. I thought you said he said that you said that you guys weren't getting on.
When? No, I was gonna hop on that night.
That's
Which
why
I
you
did.
didn't get. You guys did get on or no?
No, he said he's gonna hop on in the morning.
Oh, I'm hearing that. Okay.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Is he just trying to join in or something?
I'm go check.
Yo,
Okay.
JD, can you send the notes in the Twitter group chat?
Oh, he did. He replied in the thing. There he is. He's
Yeah,
back.
I just got it. There you go. Thank you.
There you go. There it is. Okay. Okay. And then JD, you could start the pod whenever, I believe. Whenever we're ready to go. I just got to start on my end. Yo, it's so quiet here. I fucking hate it, bro.
I'm recording,
Yo,
so you can
yes.
start whenever. I'm just gonna fix cams on the other page.
Okay. Did you do what's it called?
YouTube's live.
YouTube? Okay,
Yep.
let me connect it on my end. Hold on. Let me connect chat real fast. Because if not, I can't reach chat. Select live sources. Boom.
JD, did you hear what I said? Can you send the notes
Yo.
over?
Yeah, I think it's in
Alright.
the text message group with you and Hector and me.
Yeah. All right. Hello. All right, what's good, YouTube? I think I got everybody ready. I think I got everybody in here, bro. All right, we ready, fellas? Somebody's mic is picking up somebody from across the hall. Oh, it's
I think it's JD.
It's JD's. Yeah.
Yeah, Bobman.
All
You
right.
guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you guys
Yeah.
good. Rampage, you good?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think that sounds
Yeah.
pretty good. No.
You sound
You
good.
sound-
You sound good. Oh my god, why is my shit sound so ass? There you go, I got it. I fixed it. All right, we ready, boys? JD said he's recording. Let's get this shit popping, boys. We haven't had a podcast in a fucking minute. I haven't had a podcast since Battlefield. Type shit.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go.
Bring him back, baby.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pullze Check podcast. Guys, it has been an absolute minute since we've done a podcast, and I'm low-key excited. I wanted to stack up the content and just have a yap fest, and that's what we're going to do today, boys. But before we begin, let me introduce everybody today. We got my man eBay to the top left. We got Rampage right above me. And over here to my left, we got my man Mr. Crinkles. Fellas, how are we doing today?
Pretty
Doing
good,
very
man.
good, man.
Pretty vibey.
Feeling good, feeling good. You know, we locked and loaded, ready for this convo. I'm excited to have it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, boys. So before we get everything started, I want to kind of talk about what exactly the podcast is going to be about today, because a lot of people are wondering about a lot of different things. And so today's podcast will be going over EWC, World Series of Warzone, and Black Ops 7. Mainly today, I want the really primary focus to be going over EWC and World Series of Warzone, and we'll talk a little bit about Black Ops 7, and we'll do probably a separate podcast going over Black Ops 7 with J God probably later, right? But for now, I really want the main focus today to be on EWC and World Series of Warzone, kind of having a recap about, how it all went, how Esports World Cup went, format for Esports World Cup, World Series of Warzone, how we felt about that, global finals, everything from, the no crowd, COD Next, everything it being one day. We'll talk about everything, right? So first and foremost, boys, what were y'all's just straight off the rip thoughts about Esports World Cup? You give me kind of your guys'
Gas. Gas. Absolutely gas. I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit, but dude, that event was insane. The fact that we had was it 3 or 4 days of gameplay? I think it was 4 days of gameplay.
Four.
Bro, gas. That's all I'll say. We'll go into it more, but unbelievable event.
Okay. Rampage, talk to me.
The same thing. I think it drastically changed from last year to this year. And on top of that, for them only to work with like one map, which is Rebirth, it's just amazing starting base, and they made it very competitive. So I love that. Like the best of the best competitive so far I've ever seen.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I will say that's probably the best tournament we've probably ever had. But Crickles, go ahead, man.
I think this year was definitely one of those years where, like, it was like, okay, we don't know who's gonna win, because like whenever we went over the tier list and all that stuff, we were like, yo, I personally thought it was like there's no S tier team, so we were like, I don't have no idea who's gonna win. The storylines were crazy, and I'm sure EWC also did a very good job at like showcasing that storyline. So it was cool. I think this year was definitely the top of the top for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look. So we're gonna kind of go over everything that happened, but kind of rough, a little recap. Esports World Cup, in my opinion, was probably the best tournament we've ever had. Period. I'm talking about any LAN, etc. It was literal, like I had people coming up to me like, yo, I never watched Warzone, but holy shit, that was entertaining as hell. Like, and I hope that a lot of people feel like it was a good thing. And I know, we're going to talk about a couple other things when it comes to World Series of Warzone, and how World Series of Warzone definitely dropped the ball, right? But Esports World Cup, man, I'm be honest, if they take over like World Series or they take over BR, shit.
I know they cook. What the hell?
Bro,
There'll be
we
drama,
had
bro.
the biggest feedback, not even feedback, the biggest thing that I saw everybody complaining about last year, which I mean, it's a valid complaint, but at the same time, like, what can you actually do about it? Like, it's only one team winning everything. It's only one team winning everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, these other teams are not stepping up. Like, what are you supposed to do, I will say last year to this year, the time to kill got dropped. So technically speaking, the skill gap got dropped as well. For me, I know people say it's like Verdansk and shit. I think that the time to kill thing really did reduce the skill gap a lot, but at the same time, a lot of teams did get better. Like, I think people were tired of Falcons winning everything, and teams had to be like, oh shit, they actually got to lock it in, So yeah, I think this year you didn't know who was gonna win. Like we said, we predict us three, Crinks, myself, and Rampage. We put out a tier list, right, going over who we thought was gonna be the top teams, and our top 4 ended in the top 5. Right? Like it was pretty
spot on.
We were pretty fucking spot on, bro.
It was a good tier. I'll be honest, that's probably like one of those like good tier lists outside like some teams, obviously. But I felt pretty confident with my picks when it came to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I thought we did pretty good on it, right? We're getting a lot of hate, but at the end of the day, I feel like we cooked once the actual final leaderboard actually happened,
like,
right?
People forget, like, when you do tier lists, like, you're never gonna be right. Like, you're never always gonna be 100% right. If you can get like 70% of it, bro, you cooked. Like, people just don't understand that, like, they expect you to be perfect, and like, you didn't have a perfect March Madness bracket. Like, bro, what? Nobody has ever a perfect March Madness bracket. Like, it's so hard to guess every team.
I feel like for the most part, we were pretty good here. Like, AG Global stepped it up. Like, 5 years definitely didn't, but
That's what I'm saying, bro. For some teams, like, not even that, bro. Like, they get like a land buff, dude. I swear. Like some teams just get like performance. Like I'm talking like Seiji. Like he takes out the Black Air Force. You know, you got like War Z. You got those Lanimals. I swear, like you give them a ranking and then they just outperform, bro. They just go crazy.
Same with like Flanked. You know.
Oh yeah,
Every year he goes to LAN, Flanked has always like performed as best as he could.
Flank,
you know?
Flank's like the North. He's like the North America Wars. Like you just can't cut him out.
100%.
He's always there. He's always been there somehow.
Yeah,
Bro.
Go ahead.
Oh no, but I was gonna say, bro, like Gentlemate's the first day, bro. Like for them to not do what good, and then after just have a crowd to buff them up like that was crazy for me. Like
For them to literally go to LCQ, like for them to go to LCQ, then I think they won LCQ, right? And then to go on and play second, like we're gonna talk a lot about this because there is a lot of controversy behind this. So not even controversy, like I gave an opinion on Twitter. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, a lot of people agreed with me, but of course, like some people did not agree with what I said. We're going to talk about that as well.
I will say, I will say to
ahead.
like speak on the whole like them not doing well early because like obviously like we didn't really like do well early, like group stages and stuff. It's kind of difficult because like people really get like screwed in their groups. Like for example, like I'll use 100 Thieves as an example. I think we had Mco in our group and we had VKA and they were landing on our boat. So like that's already 2 teams at control and 1 team on the boat. And then when we played A, I think we had like another team near us, and then I think Falcons were at like Stronghold, so like we were just getting 30 constantly. And then like when we played Group C, it was Novo Esports also at control. So it was like a lot of people like got screwed by their groups, and I'm sure other teams experienced that, and then a lot of teams got blessed by their groups. I think, for example, like Novo Esports, when they didn't play our group, they were uncon to control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like group stages is definitely. It's like
This is crazy.
It's good to like have group stages obviously because you know like you want multiple days of comp and stuff, but some teams just like they just get, it's like not like luck, you know what I mean? I don't want to say luck, but they definitely get fortunate enough to like have like more space or something like that. Just the way things work out.
I think specifically for Resurgence, I agree with you. Like it plays a pretty drastic difference because if you have like, I mean, you guys, quite frankly, 100 Thieves, you guys had like 3 to 4 teams landing on you guys every single fucking time. You know,
we went through hell, bro. We went through hell.
We were talking about it with what's his name? Well, I'll talk about it with Blast, and he's like, bro, he's like, it's crazy how different everything plays out. Like it's quite literally every single. He said it's drastically different than how the finals ended up playing out. So yeah, I don't know, but
I think.
Go ahead.
I think respectfully, with that caliber of a team, you guys should not have struggled with the team fights, man. I think you guys should have been running control, you know.
Oh, I mean, I think we were, bro. I mean, dude, I think if you look at the KDs, even like at the end of the day, like we're the top 3 KDs and shit. It's just like, it's just tough when there's so many teams, bro. Like I was like praying, I'm like, bro, please just one team, just give us one team, bro. I promise you, we're like, they're just gonna run
one team.
But bro, 2 teams, you throw 2 teams in the mix, and then you get thirded by like another really good team. It's just cooked every time.
2 to 3 teams, literally. I mean, we saw once 100 Thieves knocked out pretty much everybody from their POI and they made it to finals. They went crazy. Same thing for AG Global. AG Global had a bunch of teams landing on them. I mean, bro, they placed 17th place in group stages, right?
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
Bring back up group stages. Sorry, if you can.
Not 17th. No, they had to have gotten like.
No, group stages.
Oh wait.
Yeah, look,
the
they
group stages.
17th. They were. We were dead as like, yo. We were dead as like, yo, these guys are out. Like they're not gonna regain, and they did. You know, they definitely were fighting Evo, and them in finals and shit. But for the most part, like I think they did really good given what the circumstances that they had, especially because I thought they were just not gonna qual. Like I genuinely thought, given the way they're performing, their internal issues, AG Global, I just didn't think was gonna be able to compete.
Right.
I agree because like especially when we were watching them, they were looking like too staggered. I don't know if it was going on between like Nate and Scummin. It just seemed like, obviously we didn't see the comms, right? But it just seems like it was just a bunch of arguing like between like tension between 2 players. But who knows, you know?
I will say, I think like I think after this is all said and done, I think 12 teams honestly probably would have been better for Rebirth Island just because 14, it's just so cluttered on some of the map. And like, I mean, also like there's obviously, you know, I think every top POI should have been contested, but it's never gonna be perfect like that. Like I'm surprised that Factory and Chem were unconned, especially in finals. Like Stronghold, I kind of understand because it's kind of out of the way. It's not like really a great POI, but Chem and Factory should have definitely been conned. But when you put like
Yeah.
Dude, when you put, I think there was like 2 teams at docks and 3 teams at headquarters. It's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
there's like 2, like if you're contesting like a bad spot, like docks and stuff, like why are you not just contesting a good spot? Even though it's a better team, there's just so much more upside. So I don't know. I think like either obviously the lower team should have been conning better POIs, or they should have just done 12 teams just to make it like a little less hectic. Because I mean, Rebirth, bro, 14 teams is, I mean, with 14 of the best teams in the lobby, it's pretty hectic.
I kind of like 14. Go ahead, Rampage.
No, I was gonna say because like we had in the beginning group stages, we had Leviathan contesting Twisted Minds, but I mean Leviathan had them prior for like a little bit of the group stages, but then after Twisted Minds just ended up demolishing them, making them go away somewhere else, you know, and then having full control of Factory. So and then they also had
Look how that ended up for them. I mean, again, like like those guys are great players. So again, I'm not trying to be like disrespectful, but the fact that they left Factory and went to like a low upside POI to con it at docks is like, where's the upside there? There's just no upside. You might as well con a good POI or try to go take something that's uncontested rather than like conning a really bad POI, even if it's like a worse team. I don't know. That's just kind of how I saw it. Because I mean, they still ended up getting, I think they got like 11th or dead last, or no, I don't even know what they got. That they like, I don't know. It's just tough.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it wasn't too bad because like at first we saw them landing Twisted Minds, and then I feel like the first day they gave Twisted Minds to run for their money just because Twisted Minds wasn't adapted to like the way they were playing. We saw a couple tweets from Almond saying like, bro, these guys are playing just fucking
corners,
ratty, just corners, playing the kills. You know, I mean that's what you pretty much got to do to try to win that POI. But, you know, the caliber of team that you're going against is like, okay, how do you play it? You know, it's hard.
Dude, and we saw like probably like the most hottest like Lazy ever, bro. Lazy was cooking, dropping double digits.
Lazy was cooking.
Lazy had like fucking, I mean, it was like 14 kills in game 1 or some shit.
Yeah, he was shooting.
Yeah,
I mean, he's I think it was his first land too. So like, I respect the fact that he just came out hot and just came out shooting, bro. I love that.
It's crazy because like even that squad, like they're good, but we never, like at least not I wasn't like, oh, these guys are top tier. Like I always thought, like, yeah, they're good. Again, don't get me wrong, they are good. But I think for me, Lays like was really the he had a breakout moment for me. I was like, oh shit, like this guy doesn't, like I haven't seen him really pop off like that online, but on land, bro, is him. So it's like,
I think
you know,
I think as a team, they started putting things together. I think a lot more as a team, like especially going into like the event. I know we said like Decky like really stepped up this year because like Decky's been around for a while, and you know obviously Stukas has been around too, and he's done pretty well in like most lands. But those guys like actually looked like a very like sound team like going into the event. So honestly, I thought that they were going to be like a real threat like to contest Factory, but yeah, they definitely gave it up early. I feel like.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just so you guys know, there is a small delay, boys, from when we talk. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with right now. Like just trying to jump in there.
Just wait until there's like a little bit of a gap and then talk. Okay, yeah. So group stages, we saw group stages. Honestly, I mean, JD, bring it back up right now, so we don't have to like I don't have to keep going back and forth. We'll bring up back group stages and kind of like. What was y'all's thoughts on group stages versus finals, right? Falcons, we knew they were going to finish in first based off their performances. I believe it was the second day, right? Or one of them, they popped the fuck off. I think it might have just been first and second. And Virtus Pro as well was neck and neck. And Twisted Minds, I mean, the team that won it all, not to say that they weren't doing good in group stages, but I feel like they struggled a little bit. They had people contesting them. Once in finals, they kind of asserted their dominance. But Novo, for me, I was surprised to see them in fourth. I didn't expect that. I knew they were going to place good, but to be up there in fourth, I was like, yo, you know. Vision Esports, I kind of knew that they were going to be there in the top 7. FaZe Clan was the one for me that surprised the fuck out of me. I did not expect them. And same thing for CT Gaming. I didn't expect them to perform the way that they did. I think group stages played out a lot differently than the final lobby. But for the most part, this was, I think the format was damn near perfect. And I really, really did like group stages in general. I think it set up for some great storylines.
Hell yeah, it did. I mean, bro, from like you said, the first group stages, Falcons, like they were looking like the S tier Falcons I was talking about, just belt to ass, just straight domination. And also for Virtus Pro, bro, like their whole side. I mean, we saw some fights versus the best EU team, Team Vision, which they were holding that ground, and then they had all of Chemical and all of Bio. Whenever, I mean, that's probably why the Gentlemates did so bad, you know, because
Yeah.
They were running into a super hot Virtus Pro, controlling the whole right side, and then rotating into Rock, which literally sent Wars to losers bracket right there. So Virtus Pro and Falcons were playing really good, at least for the group stages.
I mean, they dominated both sides, like both of them, dead ass. Okay, so look, boys, let's kind of go into the final standings. JD, bring it up, and this is where we can get a little bit nerdy with it, right?
Okay.
This final standings, there's a lot of like, not controversy, right? But I am not too surprised to see this lobby play the way it played out. I genuinely thought it would play out like this. Now, where the winner stood, I have no idea, right? I mean, let's kind of go over. I'm going to go over everybody real quick, apart from first place. So 7th, AG Global, we talked about a little bit earlier. I did not expect them to pop off the way that they did and to make top 7. I genuinely did. The way they were performing, the way they were playing, we talked about a little bit earlier, they were just not on the same page. Scumming and Nate Dogg hate each other, but they locked it in for finals and got top 7. Echo, FIFA, Lennon, Team Vision. I would say that's about where I expected them to sit at 6, around there. I think they played very well. And I mean, bro, Mr. Bradford Biffle was shooting. Falcons, I think they definitely, 5th place was very surprising to me. We'll get into this right now because I want to speak on it. I want everybody's opinion on this, on all the match point teams and their placements, right? Same thing for 100 Thieves, 183.2. You saw how bad they did in group stages and then locked it the fuck in when it came to the actual finals. Virtus Pro, I got some strong opinions on these guys. Same thing for them. 3rd place, they fucking fried the very beginning of the tournament. And then Gentlemates in 2nd with 193.8. Started off very slow and then bumped it up the last 3 games to put them in 2nd place. And then in 1st, I mean, bro, like Twisted Minds. Look, these guys were the most consistent, I feel like, across the board. They weren't going crazy and having these crazy, 50 fucking 40 point kill wins and shit, but they were consistent. They were I think they had, if I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they had the best average placement.
Yeah,
I'm like
so
90%.
They did.
I'm pretty sure they did.
They did.
So even in a game mode like Resurgence, where technically average placement doesn't matter as much, they had the best average placement, had really good kills, and they were able to close, bro. Like, they were in the end game the most consistently. And, bro, Allman, Aydan, and Smitty deserve it, man. Crinks, talk to me, bro. What's kind of your thoughts on this?
I mean, honestly, this team, obviously, we had an idea that this team could possibly win it, We've seen them play so good, especially on big map, where we saw a little glimpse of them, the clutch factor that this team holds. And I was like, okay, this team could definitely do it because, like, I think we were so focused on the storyline between Falcons and Virtus Pro. EWC did a very good job of doing that for us. And then it came to like the point where like Twisted Minds, we're forgetting about Twisted Minds, they're still in the game and they're just playing their game, slowly paced, but also staying on the 2nd place, just making sure they get match point. And then by the time we hit match point, we're like, okay, hold on. Twisted Minds could do it. And like we saw the points, Virtus Pro trying to do their best to complete the match point threat or to win. But Twisted Minds was just there to like, pretty much stop everybody to do whatever they needed to do. And they capitalized on every rotation that they needed.
Yeah. Rampage, talk to me. What you think about them?
I mean, the same thing. Twisted Minds, like, they've been known to, like, sometimes have, like, slow starts. But like you said, majority of the time, like, they could just have that big bounce back game. And like you said, going into the final, bro, like, we literally said, Alman this year, bro, has been, like, a S-tier player. And then, like, now, like, you've seen the discipline from Aydan, and we've seen the Iron Man Smitty who drops like some big ass bombs. Like Alman literally just having that trust on your IGL makes it so much easier to put them in right positionings and all. I mean, they trust Alman so much to close and right there. And like, this is the biggest thing, bro. Max pressure. He trusted their teammates right there towards the end, and they just won the big fight, man. I'm very very, very happy for them. Like you said, this is probably like the most humblest team. Everybody else was just like going back and forth on each other, but to see the Humble Kings win, man, like that's fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah, Eve, talk to me, man. What you think about Twisted Minds?
Yeah, I mean, I think this team was due for like a win. Obviously, like I think a lot of teams deserved. You could say deserved or wanted to win, but I do think that these guys were due. They played great. Obviously, like they were contested early in the tournament, and then being uncontested in finals is like a huge that's a huge like I don't know, that's just like amazing for them. You know what I mean? So it's just nice for them to kind of close it out and finish it up. But yeah, I mean, I think these guys were due. They're great players. Like I said, Almond getting second last year and then coming back and like, you know, basically IGLing and being the leader and getting a dub is it's a feel good story for sure. So
yeah, I mean, bro, with them, it's like Almond going from getting dropped by Soka. Technically, Soka left, but like, you know, last year he got second, right? No. Yeah, second last year, and him being like, guys, like, remember he dropped us. To him now forming another team, right, and leading them to victory as the IGL, bro. I think it was even the top fraggers as well. Like, Almond was everything during Esports World Cup. This man was absolutely fucking cooking, and I think Almond is one of those people that I don't think gets the credit he deserves. I remember I was getting so much shit for saying that, bro, Almond is an S tier player. And when we did our individual things, I was like, yo, Almond is an S tier player. And people were like, nah, he's not, bro. You're fucking high. This person's better. This person's better. And I'm like, bro, y'all are casuals. Y'all don't watch, bro. And Almond did exactly what he should have done. Fried the fuck out. Was one of the top fraggers. That man is the fucking go. Oh, my boy Max. What's good, man? Max is in the chat. I love you, Max. I miss you, baby. But yeah. No, yeah, dude, Almond, absolutely fucking insane. I really am excited to see what happens next year. I mean, guys, you know, it's no secret, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Let me hear it again.
I know I'm gonna say it right now.
Let me hear it.
I know. I'm jumping a little bit here, right? I'm jumping up a little bit, but Diaz is retiring next year.
No. He said that last year. I don't believe him. He better not. He better not.
Diaz
Diaz
has confirmed that he's done. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm done after this. And so, I mean, I guess we get off into the combo, right? But
okay.
I mean, Almond and Soka are best friends, right? If Diaz retires, does Almond? Now I wonder, does it matter how they place at World Series Warzone? They just won, right? Does Almond leave? I personally don't think. I mean, I would say in my head, from strictly like logistically, I wouldn't. But like,
yeah. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, like it's all a business move. I mean, bro, you saw last year it was literally Soka, Ben, and Noobs, and they won back to back. But you know, Soka ended up taking off on the roster, then joining Shifty and Diaz. So I mean, you always like, oh, now they're solidified, bro. Like, especially you just went back to back, and then you never know. You literally never know. So I think it could be a possibility.
Oh, I think it's definitely a possibility, especially like you know how Soka talks. He's a little sweet talker.
They're best friends,
yo,
bro.
Come and get this Falcons bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's off the table, because if you know these fuckers, it's nothing's off the table. But I will say, bro, they just won Esports World Cup. Right? If they go to World Series Warzone and they do pretty damn good and even win it.
Damn.
I think it just comes down to like what teams will form next year. You know, if that team doesn't form, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to jump the gun and be the first team to be like the max team, or are you going to stick with your team? You know? Yeah. I personally think Almond stays.
Okay.
What
do you guys think?
I feel like if Soka gets that player, which I mean, I already seen it on the picture, bro. Soka was literally having Dongi like this, bro. Yeah, Dongi like this. So I'm thinking he's Dongi, Soka, and then you know he pitches it to Ben, and he's like, man, that's too good. That's too good.
Wait, whoa, you think that Shifty and Soka split?
Damn, Rampage.
Yeah, bro. You saw you saw the picture. He has literally Dongi like. Bro,
but that was Shifty and Soka with that pick.
Okay, Rampage. W leak, man. W leak. Okay, Rampage.
No, I'm just saying, if that team were to form, bro, like Shifty. If Soka, Dongi, and Ben were to form from all the three best teams, bro, like who's stopping them, bro? Who's stopping them?
Damn.
I ain't gonna cap.
Damn.
That's a godly.
Let me
Shifty just get dropped. Shifty just get dropped.
Damn, Diaz. Rampage just dropped Shifty. Hold on. Now this brings up good points. What? Now this brings up some good points. Hold on. I mean, before
God roster.
But he had his armor on him, but it was okay. I don't know if y'all saw the tweet. Shifty said, like getting you ready for next year. Like, see, he had tweeted at Dongy something. Like, yo, sup teammate, or I forgot what it was. But Shifty tweeted at Dongy that, and Soka said like Soka reposted it, you know? I forgot what it was. Oh, here. It was Shifty that posted it, Rampage? It was Shifty that posted it.
I think it was both of them, no?
Yeah, and then Shifty had tweeted at him, see you next year.
Dang, Rampage
Yeah.
has
Someone
Rampage got to have some inside intel then. What's up,
Nah,
Ramp?
I'm just saying,
bro,
like,
leaking?
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I've seen enough. I've been here for too damn long, and I just see everything is business. Everything is business. So, you know, teams will do whatever it takes to have the best team. That's all I'm saying.
True.
No,
Okay.
yeah. All joking aside, I think at the end of the day, I think it comes down to money and stability, and also like at the end of the day, like Almond has a guaranteed basically if he sticks with Twisted Minds, like he has a guarantee a re-sign contract, guaranteed team, guaranteed invite to the tournament next year. It would really take a lot. It would literally take them to get shit on at World Series of Warzone, and probably an offer of like an organization matching his offer with Twisted Minds, like for him to actually change. I really don't see him leaving Twisted Minds, but at the end of the day, it's possible. Is it possible? Yeah, absolutely. But it would really take a lot because he's guaranteed a lot right now. He's guaranteed stability, salary, and invite to EWC next year, content, everything, like support, full org support. Like,
let's kind of think about it, right? Realistically speaking, what is you know, Almond? I'm playing devil's advocate here. What is Almond really guaranteed by staying with Twisted Minds, right? If he thinks he can join a team that's better, right? If he thinks he can join a team that's better, like regardless of who it is, right? What is he realistically gaining? Or like by staying with Twisted Minds, the only thing is an Esports World Cup automatic invite, right? Technically speaking, because if he joins Falcons, they're gonna have to pay him the absolute fucking bag. Like they're going to pay him, and they will pay him the absolute bag, right? Then all that's left is he just has to qual for Esports World Cup. And if you're with a team that's godly enough, if you're with a team like for him to leave, it would have to be a god roster. And for him to leave,
how I see it,
they're qualling easily.
I think there's more longevity in this in the sense of like he's got the keys pretty much to Twisted Minds. Like let's say he sticks with Twisted Minds and they get shit on next year. All right, let's just say they get shit on hypothetically. I still think that there's going to be loyalty from the organization there to be like, hey, let's work with you guys. What do we need to do? What do we need to change here? Like basically guaranteed contract, guaranteed money, everything. Like they're going to give him a salary. Like it's guaranteed at this point. You just won under an org. Like they're going to be loyal to that. If he goes to Falcons, let's say he just gets shit on. He doesn't run that boat. He could just literally get dropped again next year. So
that's true.
Like I said, there's a lot of like security and just sticking it out. And like at the end of the day, bro, they're also a really good team. They're a top 3 team. Like you'd be,
that's what I'm saying.
I think it would be really, really dumb for him to leave unless they just get absolutely shit on at World Series and there's like serious issues going on. You know what I mean? Like serious off game issues.
Which
that's like the only way.
That's not happening. Which they're perfectly fine. They all love each other, right? We're just purely speculating for content. Now for content, if let's say Almond decides to stay, right? Soka, Shifty, Dongy. Does that happen? We've seen the tweets. We've seen it happen. What are y'all thinking?
I think it's possible, especially if Virtus Pro doesn't win World Series. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, like Rampage said earlier, it's business is business, bro. Like, if anyone gets an offer that's securing you a salary, a livelihood, anything, bro, you're always gonna take the offer. Like, especially in esports, the shit is so volatile. You need to take your guarantees when you have them. And like, if Dongy got a fat offer from Falcons, I don't think anybody would be mad at him for doing that.
That would be insane.
100%.
That'd be crazy, bro.
That team could definitely form for sure. Like, no doubt in my mind. But will it be the top team? Because, like, going back to Twisted Minds, like, you still got Smitty about to be S tier player, you know? He's still hitting prime. Yeah, and then, obviously, we still have Dongy being the S tier player that he already is. So, I mean, I feel like that team is going to be fucking godlike if that happens.
I don't even, like, bro, I'm telling you, there could be so many insane rosters formed with Diaz leaving and, like, now like, what happens next for Falcons? What happens for Twisted Minds? What happens to Virtus Pro? Like, bro, think about it now. People are like, oh, that'll never happen. People in the chat, I'm reading it. Like, oh, that's not going to happen, right? You have to remember, bro, last year, there was so many teams that were like, this will never happen. This will never be a team. And then look at the rosters that came up together this year.
Yeah.
Look at the rosters that formed this year. Anything can fucking happen.
It's very possible. It's very possible that every roster makes a change, bro. It's just a part of it, bro. When money, especially when money's involved, and again, like Warzone, we don't have a giant esport. I think people got to remember that. Like when you get a guaranteed offer, and you're guaranteed again a salary, security, all that, bro. You take that, and you will go wherever when you have that offer. Like there's a lot of like there's small windows to guarantee money in Warzone, especially, bro. Warzone is not a big esport. We know this. We don't have a league, so like if you're getting guaranteed offers, bro, you take that offer.
I mean, okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I would ask, right? Like, I hope that next year, Allman and them, and this is I want the homies to get the bag, that they get a little raise. You know what I'm saying? That they get some guaranteed, because it's like, yo, they can make, they can, that all three of them. I'm talking Aydan, I'm talking fucking Smitty, I'm talking, Allman. All three of them can say, hey, look, any other team can offer me money. Like all these other teams are offering money. Like, please give me a reason to stay here, right? Like they deserve the absolute bag.
100%. No doubt in my mind.
Fellas, can you hear me?
Yeah. You said Hector. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, dude. I think regardless if that were a possibility, I think we should GA right now. This cannot happen.
GA what? GA what?
That team, the team, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, Dongi, Alman, and Soka, bro. That cannot be a thing. That like,
dude, I think that's the farthest team from happening.
That's
Shifty would have to leave. Shifty would have to leave Soka. That's already one, like that, and then Donkey would have to leave Virtus Pro, and then Allman would have to leave Twisted Minds.
But like, think about it, bro. Like, there's not that many people who could play IGL and Slay, bro. I'm telling you, you get IGL from Donkey from Virtus, the IGL from Soka, and then the IGL from Twisted Minds. You put them on the roster, you're already chalking all these other teams because they don't, they gotta put in the time to become an IGL and stuff, and like they're gonna be miles ahead, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like this on paper business move, like, dude, that thing is like, it's crazy. Okay. So we GA them right now.
Okay. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Let's go down the Rampage rabbit hole. Rampage, who would Shifty team with?
Shifty?
Yeah, very true.
I mean, he gets Smitty and Aydan, or I don't know, like we have to go down the player list. Maybe like Smitty. Because then at this point, I think Shifty's gonna have to transition to like IGL. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna have to.
Vaughn said Shifty, Sage, Smitty.
Oh, I don't know.
The rejoin of Sage and Shifty?
I don't think Shifty and Sage would play.
You don't think they play together again?
Nah, no way.
Bro, it's just like so hard, especially if that team happens. Like, who's
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
What is another top IGO? Like, if that team happens, that pretty much they're destroying the whole comp scene with like very few IGOs that we have. Obviously, one person has to step up.
Again, let's hypothetically, right? Shifty would have to literally. Oh, bro, that would I know it's all Rampage brain here, but I would hate for that to happen because that team would be insane, and Shifty would have to do what he did again. He would have to go build the roster from scratch again, and I mean, to be fair, that might be entertaining as fuck, like from a viewership perspective. But
the storylines,
that'd be insane.
If Shifty wouldn't play with Sage, it would have to be like Shifty. I don't want to be Shifty, Aydan, Smitty, Shifty, Adrian, somebody.
What about Shifty, Skullface, Aydan?
Hey, whoa! Don't talk about my players like that. Hey.
Yeah, you low-key blast. You steal blast from them, you know what I'm saying?
or blast, you know what I'm saying? Or Gabe. Hey, Gabe's going final. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
I heard that team has a lot of beef with their coach and shit. So, I feel like they would definitely move.
Unbearable, bro. Unbearable.
That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, we got to GM them right now, bro. That can't be a thing. Like,
no way.
I'll say I do not think that happens. I think that is highly improbable. But for the sake of like storylines, if Shifty and Soka ever split again, holy fuck. That might feed generations. That might feed generations, bro.
Yeah, there's really a lot of possibilities that could happen. I do think that after World Series, a lot of contracts end, and obviously with how teams perform, it's just going to change a lot. we really won't know what happens until after World Series. It's just like, because I think the same thing. Like people were speculating that even like Twisted Minds could have split if they didn't win EWC, but now they won. So it's like that doesn't change. You know what I mean? So it's like there's so many hypotheticals, right? Let's say some random team wins. Like let's say like not a top 5 team wins World Series of Warzone. Like does every team make a change? Like you know what I mean? Like so many things could happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, this is good. I like having these discussions for content. I think they're fucking great. It gets the chat riled up. You know, I start thinking about, what could eventually happen? Right?
There's so much that could happen, dude. There's literally
so much.
Unlimited possibilities, and it's just like, which is great.
Not to mention, we have some rookies coming in. I could be wrong. It could be Criminal God coming in this year, or maybe it's next year. I know what's his name. Also, Europe.
I know
Spamgola. Spamgola is going to be competing next year. That kid shoots. That kid Spam is good. Fucking good. Criminal turns 18 in December, so Criminal God will 1000% be competing next year.
Nice.
So
he's good, man. I've watched him. He's
Rookie
good.
of the year.
There is some possibilities for some crazy rosters to be formed. We'll continue. But look, kind of going back, bring up the finals, right? I kind of want to talk about this. I'll talk about some format changes. Okay. I already know this is gonna get clipped out of context by fucking Jake and shit. I already know that, Haggis in the chat, fucking Scott Mack is in the chat. Y'all are gonna twist my words. I'm gonna start this off by saying this has nothing to do with EU. All right? I'm gonna say it again. This has nothing to do with EU. This has everything to do with me wanting to have the most balanced and most fair format for the competitors. All right? Yeah. So I've talked to a lot of people about this, even before World Series of Warzone, and people fucking agreed. So let me explain. I personally think, okay, and with next year, hopefully, hopefully the format, if we can pull some strings and get the format changed to kill point, that'd be insane. Which this whole discussion wouldn't matter if it's kill point. But here, let me hear chat's thoughts. Right, I want you to think about no team who gives a fuck about the teams. I'm strictly from a format perspective. I believe that once you hit match point, you should guarantee a spot at a certain placement. Hear me out. Hold on before anybody says anything. All right? If a team is the first place team to hit match point, for example, Virtus Pro, the lowest they can get is second place. If Gentlemates was the second team to hit match point, the lowest place they can get is third. If 100 Thieves is the third team to hit match point, the lowest place they should get is fourth. Let me explain why, right? Because after you hit match point, everybody stops going for kills. Now I'll say this. You can go for kills if you want, but that is stupid as fuck. I love you. I'm sorry, but it's a dumb idea. But if you're actively trying to get 20 kills and a win, unless it's kill point, then it doesn't matter. You are playing like not a smart competitor. You are taking fights that you don't necessarily need to, right? Everybody, once they hit match point, they play different. They start playing for the win, right? What that means is that team, for example, it happened to Virtus Pro, 100 Thieves, and Falcons here, right? As soon as they hit match point, they play a little bit slower because their goal should not be to play for second. They should not be trying to get kills. Yeah, you can get kills on the way, sure. But I'm saying that should not be the goal. In this format, and kill point be completely different. They should be playing to try to win the tournament, not be playing to try to secure second, right? Winner's mentality, play to win, right? That means that you're going to take less gunfights and your only goal is to try to make it to endgame and then win the game. Correct, right? So all these teams, if you guys can go ahead and see it, if you guys can go ahead and watch back the tournament, Virtus Pro, 100 Thieves, Falcons, as soon as they hit match point, they all slowed the pace down and tried to play for the win. What that means is they are no longer going for kills, which means they do not get any points. It's different from Apex because Apex gets the majority of their points through placement. For this, they don't. For Esports World Cup and Call of Duty, the majority of your points are got through kills. They're multipliers, right? Which means that teams like Gentlemates can then bump up, can have banger games because one, other teams are not going for kills, which means there's more people on the map, right? Two, they can play more aggressive because they know that all these other teams are not going to play aggressive. They can get a lot more kills. And I want you to, again, take off that it's Gentlemates. It could be CT Game, it could be Rock, it could be Falcons, it could be 100 Thieves. I'm purely just talking about teams that are not a match point. They then can play extremely aggressive with no repercussions because they're trying to hit match point, right? Which is pretty much what happened. While all these other teams who got to match point first are not getting rewarded for hitting that match point first. And they have to change the way that they're playing, right? So the way that you fix this is, if it was to stay in this, right, is if you are the first team at match point, you're guaranteed second place minimum. If you're the second team, you're guaranteed third, etc. Because the way that you play is drastically different. We had a huge conversation about this on Twitter, and I understand. Like, I get it. I know Grom, Enkeo, and them might not agree because they were the ones in second place. But I'm telling you, I would be having the same discussion if Falcons were the ones that were in fucking sixth place and then they skyrocket up to second, right? Like, I just think it's not. I don't want to say fair. Fair is not the right word, but it definitely is easier to jump up the leaderboard when you're not on match point, right? As opposed to if you're one of the first teams at match point, you automatically play for the win, right? So I want to hear your guys' opinions and shit like that, right? But I spoke to a lot of competitors, and JD, can you pull up the text messages by Rated, please, in that post? Rated tweeted me, chat. This was in March, I believe. We'll check the date and the text message, and he brought this up. Before this, he said, "Hey Hector, I think this should be addressed. What do you think?" Right?
Yeah.
And so he brought this up in April, before this was even like a discussion. So again, it has nothing to do with EU. It has nothing. I just want the best format for the players. If things switch to kill point, all this shit won't matter because they have to get kills anyways. So there's no excuse for anybody to go down the leaderboard because you should be getting kills anyways, right? But as he brings it up, we'll talk about it. So I kind of want to see your guys' thoughts, man. Because if for whatever reason next year is not kill point, I definitely think that this needs to be kind of discussed, going forward.
Yeah.
Rampage, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that I definitely do agree, and that should have been a thing already going with this tournament. But I mean, I do see that, like, at the same time, like, I love my boys, Virtus Pro and anybody else, like, that wasn't a rule yet, so might as well just take the full advantage of it since it's not really implemented. And so I will say, like, I do agree, and I hope going forward, if it stays match point, then like how you say, it should be like, okay, you hit match point, you should be locked in at second already. But right now, like there wasn't a ruling on that, so what Ground did. You know what I'm saying? They went for it, bro. They went for it.
And I already said, I told Grom, I spoke to him in the DMs, and I say, hey, look, man, I just want you to know this has nothing to do with you. This has nothing to do with EU. I fucking love you. I love Enkeo. I love the boys. It's strictly on, I just want the best competitive format possible. And yeah, so look, let me scroll up, and then Ebates, I want to hear your thoughts. Scroll up, JD. So Rated texted me this. Scroll down, sorry. Rated texted me this in April 16th. Said, I think a change that should be made for match point. The other teams hit match point should be their lock placement on the leaderboard. Falcons hit first, they locked in minimum second. We hit second today, we lock in third minimum. 8 of them hit third, etc., etc., etc. Because today's doesn't really matter because it's a couple thousand difference in the prize pool. But when World Series of Warzone, Esports World Cup is tens and tens of thousands difference from second to fifth, etc., then it's going to make a difference because the team who hit match point late gets the chance to keep playing for kills while we start playing for the win. Does that make sense, or do I need to explain it better? And I said, no, I completely, scroll down. I said, no, I completely understand. I think this brings up a really good point as it's a lot harder to win on match point now, right? So a lot different last year than this year. Last year, Esports World Cup didn't have match point. So this conversation could not have been brought up. This year, Esports World Cup is different. Right? Now, you can make the argument for World Series of Warzone. Does that change anything there? That's another topic to be had. I was purely talking about Esports World Cup. Right now, I guess Ebates, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, obviously, like, I think there was a huge misunderstanding that it wasn't a team issue, it was a format issue. And I think that, like, there were some opinions that were taken a little personal. And I get it, because it comes off as, like, what we're trying to, like, present is that it's, discrediting a team that did really well. And I think transparently, like, all those top 5 teams could have been mixed in any order and it like realistically like wouldn't have mattered in the sense of like how everyone played. I thought those top 5 teams played phenomenal. I thought like it was an amazing tournament, and you could have interchanged any of those top 5 teams and you wouldn't have been surprised. So not to, again, yeah, it's not to take away from anything or from any like, you know, how teams played and stuff. There is a huge discrepancy. I don't know if that's the right word. Like difference, I guess, in not only club championship points, but also money. Like Virtus Pro realistically lost out on $50,000 because they started playing for the win, which is so much money. The same way that we lost out on probably, again, $25,000 because we started playing for the win. So it's like, again, dude, Gentlemates and them fucking fried. But I think what the point was is that they started frying when all these other top 4 teams were on match point. When realistically the map at that point is pretty free. It's like freed up a lot because you don't have you don't have Dongi running around at Industry. You don't have us running around at Docks. Like you're kind of just farming the bad teams now, which again, not to take away from them. They played phenomenal. I want to like make that very clear. But it does kind of, it's just like, you know, it's just, there's a difference in competitive level at that point. So I think I do agree. The answer is like in the order of what you hit match point. Something I know that I also presented to you, Hector, that I thought was also like another answer, and I get it could be a little confusing for viewers, but it's once you hit match point, your placement is now, instead of multiplier, it's placement points. So once you hit match point, now you're basically, the way you get points is placement points instead of a multiplier. That way only the match point teams are competing for placement basically amongst each other, and it keeps a lot more consistent. Because like, let's say you start playing for match point and you're just getting shit on, then you're not getting the benefit of like, oh, we were frying out early in the tournament and now we're getting shit on, but we still already guaranteed second. Like, whereas like you still have to play the game and you're playing for the win. It's like teams that are actually like almost about to win the tournament are getting those placement points. So that's another answer. And I understand it could be a little hard from like a casual perspective because you have to explain that to them, but I do think that's another answer.
Yeah, I told Ebates that I personally, and this is good, but this is why I like podcasts, is we can disagree. I don't like that because just to the casual audience, it's like, oh, hey, now their multipliers are different. Like it just, you know, it'd be hard to like explain to somebody trying to come in and watch something, right?
I get it.
Now again, I if nothing changes, if next year's match point and it keeps the exact same thing, hey, it is what it is, right? I think that this is the point of having this discussion, is just like, hopefully a lot of people agree with it. And from every single competitor that I've talked to, like quite literally every single competitor I've talked to has all agreed that this is the way it should work going forward, right? Obviously with the exception of Grom and them, which I completely understand. So, I mean, it's worth the topic, but yeah. Who's going to talk? I don't know if that was Rampage or Crinks.
Yeah, real quick. You know, sorry. I just have this little thought that I was thinking. Okay, so we're talking about like having like the casuals, right? Understanding it. But I feel like it goes deeper into like, it goes down to like the orgs, you know? Like I kind of agree with what Ebates is saying with the points. I know it'll be a little bit more confusing for the casual views, but like it gets to a point where like orgs are involved, especially for EWC, because like they have the match point, the ladder thing, and you know, win more money if you end up getting like second or third, whatever the case may be. So at this point, it's not more like, we're more focused on like the competitive side of things instead of like casual things. I mean, obviously we'll do our best to like explain it to like the casuals or the people that don't know what's going on. But I think I kind of agree with Ebates saying like having those points after they hit match point is pretty good. And also going back to the match point thing is like, what do we do if like 2 teams hit match point at the same time? Like, how is that going to work? Things that little things.
If 2 teams hit match point at the exact same time, because I think that happened, right? It's whoever has the most points during that given game. Like, for example, somebody had 160, let's say it was 135. One team hits 140, the other team hits barely 135. The team that hit 140 would be guaranteed themselves second no matter what. The team that hit it second would guarantee themselves third no matter what. That's the way I would break it down. Because look, and this is like what I want you guys to keep in mind is very quickly, if we want esports as a whole to be profitable, if we want World Series of Warzone to be profitable, we need viewers. And how do we get viewers? Is people need to be able to come in and understand it. I want you guys to think about this from a different perspective, right? Look at Resurgence. The reason why people like it is because it's very simple. It gets in, you get out. It's not confusing. It's very casual friendly. Look at something like, what's that game called? Not tennis, but pickleball. I know we're kind of digressing, but pickleball is one of the most rapid growing sports in the world right now because it's very, very casual friendly. It's very easy to understand. It doesn't have a lot of rules. It's very, very simple, right? And I think we can take those type of context and use them for this. We want to get the most amount of viewers as possible. We don't want to make it confusing, and we want people to be able to just come in at any point of watching the tournament and be like, oh, I understand what's happening, right? I get it, right?
Yeah.
And you want to make sure to not, I know CDL is having this issue right now where sometimes they can make things a little bit too competitive to where, it's a little bit not casual friendly. It's not as entertaining, right? And so you want to try and find that perfect middle ground between super competitive, but also making it easy for people to understand, right? And so that's why I want to try and minimize that level of confusion. Does that make sense?
That make it too complex.
Yeah. Something I want to talk about too. Like I know we've talked about like the competitive side of things and like the individual players and stuff. Like obviously the difference between second place in the tournament and third was like $50,000. But also to put in perspective, again, EWC is like involving a lot of organizations and stuff like that. Let's say Virtus Pro played for like second place. They would have gotten their team, like they would have gotten Virtus Pro an extra 250 club championship points, which would have made the organization an additional $500,000, which is like, that's insane. Like that's what it comes down to too. Insane. It's like, it's not only just hurting the players, but dude, I'm sure Virtus Pro at that point was like, just start playing for second, boys. Like, because when you have like 5 teams on match point, you're not guaranteed the win. And I'm sure like at that point, like I'm sure the higher ups are like, yo, fuck it, like start playing for the fucking 250 extra match or extra club championship points.
What's the difference?
$500K that the org lost out on.
What's the difference between not the org, right? Oh shit, JD just left. What was the price pool difference between third and second? Because I want to know
for club championship.
No, not club championship. Just Esports World Cup, like the tournament.
Yeah, it was 150K for second, and then it was 100K for third.
Damn.
So 50K is a team. 50K is a team, and then also the club championship points. Again, this is all like hypotheticals because like you don't know what orgs are in what spot for the EWC championship. But at that moment, like it ended up that Twisted Minds and Virtus Pro both ended up on the EWC thing at 3,200 points. So they split fourth and fifth. So it's like a 500K difference or something that they like had to split. But if they like, let's say like Virtus Pro just played for second, which they were pretty much guaranteed at that point if they just played for second, they would have not only made an additional 50K as a team, they would have made an additional 500K as an organization. So like, which is just crazy to think about. Again, it's like there's so many little factors that play into this. And again, club championship points is the whole reason we have EWC in general. Like that's like the bigger picture here. Obviously, like the individual pricing is cool. Like $1 million LAN is awesome, but there's also a $27 million EWC Club Championship point thing that's going on, and that's what's important to organizations. Obviously, they want to see their teams win. They're supporting you, but at the end of the day, they're there to compete for Club Championship points. So it's like,
I mean, okay. Let's say this turned like obviously it's already crazy legitimate, but let's say this turned into like $100 million prize, right? Something crazy for club championships instead of 27 mil, where they have people behind the scenes going over numbers, going like coaches overseeing the tournament formats and trying to give them the best possible scenarios. Is there a world you think that where Virtus Pro could have been told, like where their analysts could have been like, yo guys, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but don't play for first, play for second, play for the guaranteed second.
Absolutely.
Because you're like, guaranteeing again, you're guaranteeing a higher pay, like prize pool. You're also guaranteeing negotiating power for next year. Because I know, like for Skull, for example, he got second with Fnatic last year. That was a leading factor into going into this year for negotiation for contracts and stuff. Is like, hey, I brought 750 club championship points to this org last year. Whereas, like, dude, that it's like there's just so many factors that like if Virtus Pro played for second. Realistically, it just would have been the guarantee. You would have guaranteed so much more. But I obviously like that's the beauty of competition is you're competing for the win. So this is again what you propose, Hector. What I propose, what Crinks and Rampage, you guys all propose is that this is what we're gonna try to eliminate. We don't want people playing for second, playing for guaranteed safety net. We want people playing for the win. We always want to encourage teams playing for the win. And this is I think how you do that is where you encourage players to play for the win.
Yeah, I'll say that like you hit the nail right on the head. It's like. The whole reason why we even want this is because we want people to play for winning. We don't want people to play to get second. We don't want people to play to get third.
Right.
Like we want people to be like, yo, you hit match point. Now right now they have the choice. Do I try to play for second or do I try to win? Right. And that's kind of where we're at right now. I want the competitive integrity to be higher than what it is now, to where people are like, yo, hey, we already secured second or third or fourth, whatever. Now let's fucking win. Let's fucking win, boys, right? Like that's the beauty of match point. That's what, like, we don't want people to just give up mid-tournament, right? And so that's kind of the reason why we pitched this. So I would like to hear a little bit more feedback from like a lot more competitors and see what they think. But I know the majority of people agree with this, and it does suck, right? It does suck because you don't want anybody to feel like they didn't deserve anything. That's not what we're saying. We just want the most competitive tournament possible. That's it, right? Yeah. Okay, look, let's kind of go ahead, Rampage. Go.
No, I was gonna say like the exact same thing with you guys. Like, I think it's the most simplistic for casuals to just like, okay, they hit match point. Like I said, like that team deserves it. And once they solidify, like all they have to do is think about the win, and that's literally the most simplest and most fairest. So I agree with it.
Yeah. Okay, look. So let's kind of go on to I guess final thoughts on format. I thought it was pretty fucking perfect. Like I thought it was pretty fucking perfect. I don't think anything could really be adjusted for the formats. Maybe, how much was it for group stages? It was like 2 games then switch. Was it right? Two games in Switch, 2 games in Switch, or no, 3 games in Switch.
3 games. 3 games.
The only thing I would say is maybe 4 for that. But even then, like, I get it. They don't want, because all 3 groups play on one day. They don't want to do 12 matches. They only want to do 8. That's probably the only thing I would change. Would be switch these groups A or August 6th and August 7th. Instead of 3 games each, it'd be 4 games each. But that's it. I thought the format was damn near perfect, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was really
Can you imagine like Activision, they're like, yo, you guys could have any map you guys want and just have like a diversity of like alternating maps? Like,
well, okay, so like if we're talking about in an ideal situation, right? Again, these are all leaks, so I'm going to say they're speculation at the moment, right? Wsow tweeted out that there's a new Resurgence map coming, right? If that Resurgent map stays because we saw what happened to Area 99, if that thing stays till summer, I don't even give a fuck if it's bad. Like, having rotating maps between Rebirth and whatever that new map is, I think that'd be fire. And then Kill Point, like that's okay. I guess let me say this: do you guys like Kill Point versus Match Point, or do you guys like just Match Point?
I like the idea of it. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it would be good for a final LAN environment. And I say that just because I think that there's so many factors. It's like hard to explain, but I just don't think it would play well in an environment like that. I just don't. I think like a lot of people would be griefing. It's like a grief fest at that point of like who can grief the hardest. And you're basically forcing a play style that isn't really necessary, because like in a BR, sometimes you have like zone pull, sometimes you have flow, and your kills come easier, and you're not really forcing things. You play how you want. But when you go to Kill Point, you're kind of forcing a different play style. I don't know. It's a little weird for me. I know, and I guess you could make the same argument that you're forcing Match Point because you're playing a different play style, but it's a little less RNG. There's a little bit more in control, I think. So I don't know if it would play well. Again, I'm very open to trying it, especially like in these online tournaments. I just don't know if it would play well on LAN.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. What do you think?
I think it would be a good format as long as we get it to like a certain point where like it's perfect for finals. Obviously, we gotta adjust the kills. I know there's a lot of things that do take in factor into that format, but I also think it'll bring a way better viewer experience, especially like, okay, he's about to hit this point, these kills, this and that. I feel like from a viewer perspective, I think Kill Point is the play.
Yeah, I agree. I want to add to that. Like, I think, remember, we have to think about, like, for me, I think it's more entertaining. Imagine if Call of Duty made it away, and they have this ability, right? They have API access, where if there's 3 teams on match point, at the top middle of your screen, it's live tracking every kills on the map, so you know when a team hits it or not. Like, from you, like constantly looking up, oh, they're on 15 kills, or they're on 10. Let's say, I would say for LAN it'd be like 15, online it'd be 20. That's like my rough estimates. Like, being like, okay, like, yeah, all 3 teams are up, but how many kills they have? Like, imagine the last game, right? We had 100 Thieves underneath, we had Twisted Minds up top, and we had Falcons on like the far right. And all those 3 teams are matched up. It's like, yo, how many kills do they have? How do they need to push? Do they need to overextend? Do they need to play more aggressive? Right? Then it becomes a strategy of you have to play a little bit aggressive at the beginning and then slow down. Or if you play too slow in the beginning, you have to play more aggressive at the end, right? I will say Twisted Minds would have still won the tournament because they had 15 in the win.
Yeah.
That's, you know, so
I will
like,
say,
yeah,
I
talk to
think
me.
To add to your argument, I think that like the whole idea of like, you know, casuals don't really understand. I think that it could be confusing that if a team wins and they're like, oh my God, they just won the tournament. And then they're like, wait, they don't have the kills. Like, I do think that some viewers would miss that. And it would kind of like, I don't know, there'd just be like a really awkward thing to see is like a team win and they don't have the kills. And you're just like, okay, like I guess the tournament's still going, or, you know what I mean? I think a lot of viewers would be a little confused. It's like throwing a lot of information and data at viewers and they're just like, what's going on? You know what I mean? I do think it would probably hurt the like understanding of it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can see that. Like, I wonder if like already we have questions. How does match point work? And you just have to win after hitting match point. Like Wood saying, hey, you have to get 15 kills and a win. Like 15 kills or win with 15 kills. Would it be confusing? Because I'll be honest, like I get it. I know that sounds crazy. Like a lot of us are watching this, be like, yo, that's super easy to understand. But to this day, people still ask, what game are we on? Right. And on the top right of your screen, every single day, we have the like what map we're on. You know, people still ask, "Where's DiazBiffle?" When on the bottom, it says DiazBiffle will not be playing today. You know what I'm saying? So like, I get it.
No, yeah, I definitely agree with the debates there. Like, if for competitive, oh, it'd be amazing. But for casual, like, it just super simple. All you got to do is win. And then on top of that, like, dude, I feel like it'd be so hard on land. Like Ebate said, like it's just gonna come down to a bunch of like griefing. But at the same time, it could be very mixy. But then like I feel like we'll get like so many teams on match point, and the tournament will go on for a long time, which we wouldn't mind. But for the casual, they'll probably be like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Like this tournament is.
I mean, I don't think 15 is much. I don't think 15 is like
yeah.
It's more okay. So
like,
kill point.
Sorry. You
kill point is more so to like in my head when I created the format was like I want kill point to be a thing because I want that winning game to be like they earned it. Like that was fucking insane. And like online, 20 kills and a win, it's like, yo, you had to have a pop-off game. And there was never really a point where like it was like, shit, this tournament went too long for kill point. If anything, it was too much for like match point is where with big map was where people were like struggling. I don't think we really had any kill point tournaments, and we did a good amount where I was like, shit, this is running a long time because they're so fast, if that makes sense. But I'm open to more feedback, you know?
I mean, after what I saw in finals, I'll be honest, like I don't think there's anything really that could replicate that, like the amount of money or like everybody's just gonna play different online. After like, I'll be honest, like when I saw Falcons win and did what they do to like Style Twisted Minds and Virtus Pro, I thought they're gonna go back to back. But and then we saw like Soka in the front lines and Shifty anchoring. So I was like, you know, like after that I was just like, holy shit, finals is nothing what I was expecting. You know what I'm saying? And then, So I regardless, like I feel like 20 kills might be too much. I mean, I feel like
not
maybe
20. 15 on LAN, 20 online. That's my rough like that's what I would say. Like my initial thoughts.
To go back to what you're saying, I do think that winning a game on match point is already very difficult enough, and I think that like teams that win on match point, you earned it. Like you genuinely earned it. Like if you hit match point and then you won the game on match point, I think you earned it. And I think adding in another factor of like kills is just like a whole new spiral. I think it's like adding to the fire a little bit of, you know, zone pulls and unconned, or you're getting griefed or not, or there's just a lot of factors. I do think that like the match point format actually works. And I think that the answers that we like presented earlier, as in like, you know, based on how you hit match point or placement points or whatever, I think that fixes like the problems that we ran into.
Okay, so I mean, let's hear from all four as far as like if we had to vote. Ebates says match point, Crinks match point or kill point.
I think for Resurgence, just because the base of the game mode itself, I feel like you have the opportunity. It's not like you just get one opportunity to get kills, right? You get multiple, and like if you play it correctly, you're able to hit that 15 kill point spot.
Right.
for me, it's gonna be. I think for a viewer's perspective, I know it might get a little confusing for like the casuals that just tune in like that day, but I feel like majority of the people that are following it will understand when it comes to it, you know. But I do get the side of like, okay, casuals might be too confused, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But also, and then also talking about the griefing part, I feel like we still see some parts when it comes to like griefing on match point, but it just does not to like a certain extent. We saw Virtus Pro getting griefed by Falcons. Like if Falcons didn't do that for match point, I feel like Virtus Pro would have won, especially with the zone that they got pulled. I feel like kill point just allows more teams to pretty much do a little bit more griefing, bring in more storylines, like making sure that the game still goes on.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with Ebates' take on, in the sense of like you're forcing a play style, but let's just be honest here. Like Resurgence, it's about getting kills. Like it's about who are the best friars. Like BR, it's a little bit different, right? Like that's why I'm so adamant about kill point, is just because like, yeah, like the best friars and the people that you have to be good at both. I'm not saying that winning is not important, because it is. I mean, look at Twisted Minds had the best average placement, but like the Slayers are what Resurgence is for, right? So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts. Just wanted to add that. But Rampage, tell me, what's your kind of thoughts?
I obviously, like, I think everybody who's like knows of Warzone and stuff, like even just a little bit who watches streams, is gonna say kill point. But I personally like the more you see dive into content creation, you just start seeing like how you said, everything is like TikTok, just quick get to point A to point B. So I mean, match point is just simple. You just all they have to do is just win, hit match point and then win. So I think the simplistic is way better, especially because like we said, if we're always talking about like numbers for people to just come in and watch and like know what's going on, I think match point is the definitely the route to take. But yeah, I definitely think that's probably like the most simplest and easiest
so we got
for everybody.
2 and 2. We got 2 match point, 2 kill point. Okay, I mean, this is from what I've seen, every competitor, like from whatever in the group chat, I think we can open up the discussions again and see what they prefer. A lot of them loved kill point because, in their words, were the team that deserved to win normally always wins kill points. You can't just get quote unquote lucky. Like you have to actually. Yeah, go ahead.
True.
So, okay, let's say we don't even do like kills, right? What if we do points, like specific points? How would that work? Like if we say like, okay, so I'm playing, I hit match point, right? But I gotta get it. I have to hit a specific amount of points in order to like confirm the win. You know what I'm saying? Like say I get 5 kills, but I win the game and I still hit that threshold of points and I win. Well,
that wouldn't make sense because. That wouldn't make sense either, because no matter what, you're winning the game. So you can just like the point system is going to be like, you're going to win. You're guaranteed a 2.x multiplier because you have to win. So at that point, it's just kill point. Like just decide a kill threshold. You know what I'm saying? It would be the exact same thing. But I mean, look, I'm open I'm open to feedback. We the tomorrow's tournament or the whatever summer series. Is kill point. So I believe it's 20 kills in the win. I got to double check and confirm, but I'm pretty sure it's 20 kills in the win. Let's see what happens. I don't think it's going to be crazy. I think we've entered with summer series. We changed a lot of things. We changed you get points now from going from group stages to finals. We changed that. And we got to look at a couple other things. And I do want to talk to the team, to the players. Actually, no, it's not kill point. What am I saying? We're not fucking. It's BR. It's BR. It's big map. It's big map. It's not kill point.
We're playing a BR? I was like,
no,
we're playing a BR kill point?
Sorry. Sorry, I'll explain later. I can't say it on stream.
W Leaks.
I was confusing a couple things.
W Leaks, man.
I was confusing a couple things. My bad. My bad, fellas. My bad, bro.
Yo, man.
Yeah,
so...
I feel like... I really do feel like kill point on LAN would... Like I said, like there's no replicating rep, bro. Like from online to on LAN, like there's.
Yeah, I can see that too.
It's too drastic. There'll be too many teams and it'll go long. Which, like I said, I don't mind. I love it how competitive it is. I would love kill point, but for the casual,
I think the only way to like pretty much go off is like these finals that we had, right? Because I kind of see what you're saying, like, because the finals never play out the way we do in scrims. You know, it's always different.
Never.
Like you never know how finals is gonna play out. Like even this finals, I didn't expect it to be this way. So it's like I get what you're saying. Like maybe 15 is too much. You know what I'm saying? Like we never know, especially with like the way if we change the format. How is it gonna get to a point where teams are gonna play different? See, I understand. I'm trying to see the way you guys are thinking and shit. So like I think I'm understanding that aspect of it. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, look, only way to know is by trial and error. We're just gonna have to just try it out and see what people think. I mean, you can make the argument that next year could be kill point and EWC, and then just decide from there, because we know EWC is guaranteed till 2028 or 2027. Yeah. So like, we got at least 3 more years of Esports World Cup at the very least. So why not try kill point next year, and then from there just choose which one people like more. I feel like that's, you know, it's easy, bro.
So
like,
question for that, like, do you think if we do have kill point, you think we'll have another conversation like this, like, oh, should we change the format again? You know, or like you think it's going to come down to like, oh, we have to just think about it, like leading up to like the placements and all that stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like if we do kill point, we just have to commit to it. Because then, like you said, like we're gonna have people just coming like, okay, what's kill point, and then we explain it, and just like we just gotta keep engraving that for the new people who keep coming, instead of like just classic match point. People see Apex and then like coming over here, then be like, oh, it's like Apex. All you have to do is win. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just explaining.
Yeah,
at least that's the way I see it.
Here's the way I see, like again, and we'll kind of move on after this. I think bottom line is, if you win on kill point, it is 1000%. And people might disagree. I'm just gonna be honest. There is more of a skill gap if there's kill point as opposed to just match point. Because, and again, I'm not gonna say people are gonna get offended by this, but I've seen match point tournaments where a team that I think did not deserve to win or isn't as good wins because they won on a, I don't say fluky win, but they won. They, you know,
that's just how match point is. Like if we wanted, exactly. If you wanted the most quote unquote competitive format, you would just do 8 games or 10 games, and like at the end of the day, the best team will probably win. But match point,
but like I'm saying, this is a good middle ground
factor.
Yeah, like this gives you both. Like
I hear
kill
you.
point makes it to where.
I definitely disagree, but I definitely understand like the perspective. I just think kill point, there's so many factors, and like basically I think it would come down to who gets contested and who doesn't. Because like I'll use an example. Like the last game when we were on match point, we were triple conned at control center, and Allman was unconned at factory, and they were doing like 4 supply runs. We're literally fighting in hell with ground loot, like just begging it because we're like, yo, we can't just scam because there's 3 teams on us. So it's like we basically got griefed, but at the end of the day, we still had a chance to win the tournament because we had control of that. Whereas like if we just got landed on, now it's out of our control. We can't even win the tournament because we're just getting landed on. So I feel like that was the good thing with match points, that we still had a chance to win the tournament because if we played better, not like in the sense of like, oh, we just got landed on, it's literally impossible for us to win now.
Okay, I mean, you can make the argument that you guys could have wiped the teams faster. You guys can make the argument that you guys could have like played team fights
Hector,
better.
I mean, 3 teams of like the best teams in the world. Like you're not just gonna like. It's not
no,
like
I get it.
It's not like
I
just
know.
go wipe them. Like just go kill them. Like you can't do that. There's like so many teams.
I get it.
Like,
but I do think, for example, 100 Thieves, your guys' team fights were a little bit sloppy at Esports World Cup. And again, all love, but I do think that yes, you guys got contested, yes, but there was a lot of times that we saw where I was like, they could have played that better, right? Like,
okay,
and
but you could say the same for Twisted Minds. When they were contested, they were getting, it was 50-50. They were in, I think they were out of contention to qualify for groups after day 1 because they were conned. Then day 2 they were like unconned, they ended up in third, and then they ended up in 3rd. So I mean, that's the same argument. Yeah,
but then look, but I feel like the counter argument to that is like they adjusted, and then look at like, even though they weren't con in general, like on match point, or even if it was kill point, like I said, 15, they would have won. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
like
but
it would only matter for finals. It would only matter for finals.
No, I know. I think that with BRs, whether a team gets contested or not is like a huge factor. Like, I don't think being contested is the end of the world, but I do think that it has a huge factor as to like as far as how many kills and stuff you get.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. We're try it out sometime in the future. We'll try it out. You know?
Try.
Never hurts to try.
Like how far in the future, like.
Yo, if Shifty's in the chat, somebody said bring Shifty in here. If he's in the chat, would love to get your perspective on it all, because again, this is all for the players, right? At the end of the day, what I think and what Ebates think doesn't fucking matter. It's what the
100%.
players want, right? So
I love that. Yeah.
I would like to get their opinion, you know. Okay, well, next topic, boys, is World Series of Warzone, bro.
Jeez. Okay.
So regional finals and LCQ, you know, talk to me, right? We saw regional finals. That shit was a fucking movie. I kind of can you bring up regional final leaderboard, please, if possible?
Let's see it.
If possible. Okay, we'll go EU first. So I mean, Rampage Cream, you guys want to take this one over?
Yes, sir. I mean, for the EU side, like I said, I love them, but definitely like they got that top teams, and then after that, it kind of like drastically falls off. And we saw like the regional finals, we saw a lot of teams in the water, and I was like, man, what the hell? Get up there and fight! Get up there and fight! No, but I mean, the two that we were talking about, Vision, we thought literally is the best team over there in the EU, but I mean, Gentleman's kid them on top. They were actually like running around, whooping those top two. And then, yeah, there's not really that many surprises. I mean, BDS with the swap from Clavs into Jukies really helped them with their slay power. You know, they were just, they're very, very funny, their team chemistry, but I mean, they got the job done. And yeah, like, I mean, the underhorse for me, Marcus, Rufix, Cathology, like,
Shit.
they,
I got one.
Which one?
Third place. Who are these guys?
Oh,
Yo, I'll be
Crystal
honest.
Shots. Weren't they a console team?
Who are these guys?
Apparently they're a
What the-
console team. I don't know what happened or like
Yeah,
how,
we're-
bro. But they were playing lights out, bro. I ain't gonna cap. They were playing like I've never seen these guys play ever in my life, and I was like, wait, who the hell are these guys? These guys
They're
are
on console?
pre-rotating. I think they switched to PC for the regionals. I think.
Oh,
I could be
man.
wrong.
Yeah, apparently chat said they're all console players. So these fuckers were on console doing this?
Apparently
bro.
they are console players, but they played finals on PCs. I think that was the
Yeah.
whole drama of people thought they were cheating and stuff.
Ah,
I mean,
I'm hearing some things in the chat. I'm hearing some things in
Yeah,
the chat.
that's what I heard too. That they played finals with PC, and then but they were console players. Because if you go back to the qualifying, they weren't doing the best. Like we didn't know who they were at the time, obviously. And then like whenever the regional finals, they just started playing so good, which was crazy. Which is like I was like obviously not discrediting them, but it was like one of those teams like, oh, on the horse team right here, 100%. Like they were pre-rotating, they were taking fights, they're doing everything they needed to do, and you know.
Wait,
Echo
he
said, check the
stats
stat.
in there.
Okay,
when
well,
were they
I
playing
saw-
on console. Was it in groups?
I got sent a couple things about these guys, but again, fellas, we do not accuse. We're just here, you know.
No. I'm just looking
Right?
at stuff. Just checking.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
just say
apparently, from what I'm hearing, from what I heard, was
okay. Oh,
these guys
wait,
are a little bit-
whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you got the
Ebates,
stats?
yes.
No,
Oh,
let me see
God.
that.
In
Oh,
upper
God.
bracket finals, they got 44th place out of 50.
Yep.
And
Bro.
they had oh my god. Wait.
Bro.
So they were 9-11, 5-12, and 7-13 in upper bracket. So then they somehow got to finals. They went through lower bracket, got to finals. And let me pull that up real quick. This is on the COD Community website too. So if JD wants to pull it up too, he can.
Oh my
And they went to
God.
finals, and they were 27-10, 19-10, 18-9. So they went from negative KDs to double
Triple
KDs.
KDs.
Yeah, to double positive, almost triple.
okay.
That is
Okay,
weird.
hold on. That is
That is
weird.
weird.
But
Especially
they
if they
did
went
go
console to
from.
PC.
Well,
But-
then you can make that argument that maybe, you know, guys, I will always say this. I will always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I always want, here, I'll tell you right here for me. I always want there to be new players in the scene. If I see people going crazy, I instantly, I'm just hoping that they're the new up and comers because I do think the scene needs that. But I hope we don't, you know, I hope they're not. I'm saying they went from console, so they got like crazy better frames and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fellas, what did that PC
that's
come
not,
with?
Bro, console to PC is not making you. Unless
Yeah,
they just
because,
figure
like-
shit out, it's like yeah.
You
That is
could
crazy.
make the
I mean,
argument. Literally last year, bro. Like if you're playing on a console PS4, yes, that's so bad. But dude, PS5, actually, you're playing at 120. like, and then we've seen other console players do pretty good with Kami. Kami was shooting. You know what I'm saying? Kami's been shooting and stuff, but to go from console to PC and get a almost triple KD, nah, that's my radar going off, fellas. Beep, 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 beep. I got the eyes locked in on them.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely,
well, look,
definitely,
yeah, go ahead.
definitely sus for sure. Definitely sus, but you know, obviously we're not gonna throw out accusations because we don't know. Like,
No,
obviously,
not saying that.
it's definitely weird from a competitive standpoint. It's like, okay, like these motherfuckers
bro.
like.
With the best
I
of you
mean,
teams.
bro. I
Look,
mean,
this is
dude.
a good, like, okay, this is good for them, right? Like, I'll tell you, if you're
Yeah,
watching
100%.
this,
Yeah.
this is good for you guys. It's like, like, okay, a team, if you would tell me, hey, a team that plays 44th in qualifying stages or whatever, right? Popped off and jumped to, are as good as Vision Esports. I would be like, what the fuck are you saying? I said, are you fucking kidding me? Right? Because that's pretty much what we're seeing here, right? So I'll say this. If I'm Kudli, Crystal Shots, and Stuzzy, hey, people, hey, look, listen. I already heard it on my DMs. I've seen it on the TL. I'm hearing it now in the chat. A lot of people think you guys are hacking. Just go out on LAN and prove that you're not.
Prove it.
Because this could be a huge opportunity for you. Or it could be a very, very bad day for you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there's a lot of counter arguments when it comes to this as well. You know, like maybe it's the first time I land this and that stuff. So it's like it's gonna be hard. You know, you can't just be like, oh, these guys are. You know,
No, yeah, you
100%.
can't sit here and just say they're hacking.
Yeah.
I just think that's insane, bro. That like they went from 44th place in the upper bracket, and then they went to finals, which is basically the same lobby, and got third. Like that.
Yeah.
That's such a drastic change. And again, maybe they had a good day, but that is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I do want to point out a couple more teams because like I know we were watching this and me and Rampage were like, what is going on with these teams? We had like Evo's Esports playing in 20th place. They ended up 20th place, and then Fnatic, another team, bro. Another team that we were like, bro, what is going on with this team? Like last year, we had them like definitely top 5 for EU for sure, and then also Onyx Esports, they weren't playing the greatest. And the thing is, like, they were getting conned, but like that team should have definitely. Well, I think they had a couple. They had disconnects, like very unfortunate for them, 100%. But that team was definitely one radar.
Bro,
go ahead, Rampage.
Dude, I mean, I'm just looking at the threshold to even get in the top 15. I think that's very low.
Super low.
And then just what happened?
I said super low.
Oh yeah, super low, dude. But yeah, going back to like Fnatic, I think now like every year competitive is getting so damn good. Where like you can't just put individual like. You can't just put individual talent with no comms. Like I just said it since the very beginning. Like that team, very individually talented, but they got no comms. I feel like at this point, like you'll have a team that doesn't have that crazy slate power, but is really good at small talk, could just capitalize on a team like Fnatic because they'll just get one by one. And like I think a lot of teams who struggle with small talk, I don't think they see it. That it's like a little UAV. Or like, okay, you're in the same page with your team taking a fight. You're like, okay, I'm gonna hit this. Are you guys ready? And then like you could get a trade, could keep your teammate alive, or just like it really adds so much benefit. Like that's why a lot of teams like they gotta really just self-reflect and be like, okay, what can I be better at? What can I be a better teammate at? Because nowadays you can't, unless you're an anomaly like Diaz or Dongi. You know what I'm saying, like who just fucking say oh and shit. But nowadays
without
like,
saying anything.
you can't, like. Literally, bro, they're just zapping everybody. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, players are so good that they could get out of sticky-ass situations, So, but that's why, like, right now, like, Fnatic all the way down there is, like, mega surprising. And then even Onyx, I love them. They're my boys.
I mean, look. Like, let's bring it up. Let's bring up the LCQ because that's kind of, Rampage is a perfect transition point for that. Like, Onyx and them, right? So pull it up, JD, the LCQ on this Thursday. What was it, last Thursday? Yeah. This Thursday. This Thursday. Because I'll tell you, I was pretty fucking surprised by a couple of these LCQ teams. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot. They're super stacked for both NA and EU, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, so kind of crazy, but correct me if I'm wrong, right? Fnatic ain't going, right?
No.
Nope.
No. Like, where are they?
I mean, I think
they're 18th.
I think Rampage was right. Like, I think this team, they dropped Stuo last year, which, again, I don't really know if he was cheating or not, but he was a pretty vocal player on that roster. And I think that's what they lost. When you added Zakar, like I think Zakar's a good player, but he's not like the voice. You know what I mean? And so Enkeo and Pazuka, as we know, are super quiet. So I think adding Zakar, he's not like a hard IGL. He's kind of like that role player, I think. Maybe like a little bit of a fragger. So it kind of just like, you definitely lose that voice on the team. And even if like, you don't have a great IGL, let's say like someone's not a great IGL, as long as they're being vocal and kind of keeping the team gelled, like especially for big map, that goes a long way. So losing that is that was probably like Rampage says, probably like the factor they just weren't as strong as they should be.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, like, Stuvo was vocal, but they weren't like doing. They were just arguing the same thing. Like I see, like AG Global right now, like they were just arguing, and so even if you do got a vocal, you gotta have good vibes. That's another thing, being like good. You know, you gotta be vibing out with your teammate and just have faith in your IGL and just do everything together. You win together, you lose together. You can't just do hero plays at this caliber of like everybody's coming out like every single year. I'm telling you, like the comp is going crazy, and then that's to go next year. Like I don't know what teams are gonna form, but like for me, for example, I know this is like NA, like Bradman, Ba, and Juju. Like right there, that sounds like a super random team to me, but they work so well. It
makes sense, yeah. The team that makes sense.
And they're like a really good team, bro. And even for me, community, like Tekka, Huskers, and Raul, like they just mix so well. We've seen Raul play with so many players, but right now with Huskers, bro, they complement so well. The vibes are always there. They're always playing together, and they're a top team, bro. And so it's amazing. You never know what team is gonna be like. Yo, this on pen and paper looks kind of crazy. But then they just, they show out. They
just click, yeah.
I mean, we've seen that again on the opposite route where you put 3 people together that you think are Friars and Slayers, and they're just like, oh my God, they're so good, and then they get shit on, right? Like, that's one thing that a lot of the casual community or even casual watchers don't understand. Is like, it's not just about who are the top 3 best Slayers in the world, right? Like, it's about who can play together best as a team, right? So look, let's go over this because I kind of want to highlight a couple teams. I mean, bro, Millsy, Control, and Skinner. I know Ghost is somewhere here just twerking ass, happy as fuck, glazing it. Bro, these guys popped the fuck off 103.4, securing their ticket to LAN.
Yeah.
Winning 2 maps, bro. Winning 2 out of
winning
the 5.
2 maps.
5. Damn.
Yeah, literally.
No. I love to see those boys winning because I know that they want to play in everything. And so there's days, I'm not gonna lie, we've had them in tournaments and they were dead ass like 40-something place. And then to not give up and to just keep grinding and then to be first in your LCQ to make it to LAN. I love it. I love it.
That's why I love the watch parties, bro. Because for me, dude, when we started, I was like, damn, I don't know anything about EU, bro. And now, like, just like I said, like now, like Millsy and everybody who's competing, and just like right there, that storyline, they started at 44th. And now, bro, to end up at first, and that's the thing, though. They got the second map win, pretty good point. But then after, they kind of slowed down. And then they had an interview. And, like, for the final map, they had an interview. And they're like, oh, like, it's never over. The top 5 went into, like, it could fluctuate. The points were so close that anybody, like, in the top 10 or even, like, top 13 could just bump them out. And we saw that, bro. Literally going to Evos, dude. King AU, Showstopper. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Dude, literally, they were doing good kills, but they were slacking on the placement. The next other 2 maps, they get good kills with the placement. And then, bro, the final map, they get conned, bro. They get conned, and they only get 6 points, and they almost got bumped out, bro. They almost got bumped out. Look at the points,
That's
bro.
crazy.
7th place.
That's fucking wild. Them, like even then, like, I think Millsy and them, I don't know what they were in going into the final game, but I know they hit a huge 22-point game and jumped up. So, like, bro, I saw Andre and them were in 5th place at one point, and they were almost there. Literally 2 fucking points. I mean, I know that's gotta hurt. I mean, King AJ Robstar Showstopper. We saw what happened with them. I'm gonna go through it, right? AJ Robstar Showstopper. They obviously the whole Stuo cheating situation. AJ and them broke up. Robstar Showstopper and them didn't make it. Got sent down to LCQ. Picked up AJ. Honestly, I thought this team should be in first. Like, that team's pretty fucking good.
That's a really good team.
So seeing them in 5th, not bad, but I just expect them to do better, right? Because that team's fucking good on paper. Aizen, Hydra, and Dottie, 85.2 for them. I think we all kind of thought that they would qual, right? At least I did. Yeah. Abwiz, Bubble Disrupt, same thing for them. Those guys, be fair, I think they're a team that shouldn't be in LCQ. I also think they were like this close from making it to Esports World Cup. So that is in my opinion, a top 10 team maybe in top, for sure, top 15 team in Europe. But when it mattered, they weren't able to get top 15 in their their finals. But they did secure top 3 here in LCQ. So, they were able to kind of regain. And then Heeds, Renzo, and Zach, bro. 95.6 for them. Heeds got one of the greatest sets of hair I've ever seen. And so I'm excited to see that shit in person, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
But yeah. So look, boys, let's go to, now let's switch over to NA here. We'll go to NA LCQ. What, Rampage?
Before, dude, I want to talk about the wild card win, bro. Like,
oh shit, yeah, I was going over just top 5.
Dude, literally, guys, obviously, like, the 6th map was the wild card. And if you guys missed out, bro, I feel bad for you guys. But hopefully, like, you guys seen it on the internet. Bro, I'm not going to cap, like, full glaze. Like, EU came out of play. EMEA came out of play. I think that has to be, like, the most clutches Warzone to qualify ever, especially in the wild card. Bro, like, Marco literally got a most wanted. Let me just paint it out. 26 teams. Marco gets the most wanted as a solo. He had a clutch up in the gulag, and then he gets the kills, brings back his 2 teammates, and then on top of that, Swizz has to go pretty much in a 1v3 to qualify, bro. So, like, the whole team just iced up. That movie was cinema, bro. I think it was directed by Michael Bay or something, but it was crazy, bro. Like the best wild card I've ever seen.
Yeah, that shit was fucking, again, I didn't watch it live, but I watched it back. And I could just imagine what they were going through, like, mentally while that all was happening. Like, that shit was actually fucking cinema.
But bro, but that's like they deserve it. They deserve it. But the other side, guys, 2nd place was Rocket. If he would have won, he would have gone back to back winning the wild card. And then just to see, like, bro, like, that hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your up, but you also got your down. And then Rocket was just like, man, sorry guys, I failed you. Like,
I felt bad for him,
I was like, oh.
I really did feel for him, bro, because that's gotta be tough. That's gotta be a tough one to swallow.
Imagine going back-to-back years though. Like,
that would have been insane. Yeah, he won last year.
He won last year's solo YOLO or trio YOLO, whatever, wild card. And this, imagine if he went back-to-back. Shit. Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm saying.
Let's go to North America finals. North America finals, bro. Okay. Chat. So here, we won't go through everybody, but I mean, bro, is there anybody here that you guys were surprised that made it? I want to say anybody like.
I think Almighty and them was a huge surprise.
Yes, for sure. Fallnet's Future and Almighty. Yep. I think for them, that to me is probably the only team here that I was like surprised that they called, but in a good way, like, under horse type shit.
No, definitely. Right? I mean, what was it last year? It was Almighty, Bubba, right, and then Future.
Yeah, is that did they win? They won through LCQ, right?
Yeah, they went to LCQ.
Yeah, they got top 5 there.
But hey, I've always been seeing like Falnet's another like play on different teams, and I've seen him, like, he's such a great player, a phenomenal team player. And that's, on top of that, bro, you saw the collateral snipe on the Falcons whenever they were trying to qualify. So, like, just to see that, I mean, they just brought in a Slayer and good vibes. I'm not sure who's IG Allen, but I mean, to qualify pretty convincingly, I love that, especially for Fel, man. He's well deserved. He's always
been one of the homies. Fal's been one of the homies for a minute. Yo.
Let's go.
So look, I mean, I'll quickly go through. Oh, were you saying something, Grings?
I was just gonna say, like, what about the chalk for chalk? Teams.
Oh shit. Are you talking about OP Mark and them? They almost didn't qual. Yeah, I mean, they almost didn't qual. They were literally in 15th place, but they forced Evan to not qual. At least not now. We'll go into LCQ right now, but. I mean, shit, kind of adding to what Ebates had said, like, even in big map, not having anybody land on your POI makes a big difference. So they didn't even qual for here. And then
I think especially for a big map, like, Resurgence is like doable, because, like, if you die, whatever, you come back. Big map, especially getting conned is it just depends on the POI, I guess. But it is like, when you're just conning and, like, you're just griefing each other, it's cooked.
Yeah, that's the thing though, like. Because the Wolf, bro, they were having Tapulator, bro. They were having Tap. And then after, bro, whenever it came to that day, bro, they were having the Wolf. They were having the Wolf. So I'm like, God damn. Like, it was just But I respect it though, because like I'm not sure. That's probably for clickbaits on Twitter. They're like, man, we're rotating out, and then like E700 like, nah, I'm staying here. But hey, bro, it was cinema, and I mean, we're gonna get it back. You know, the Wolf dominated LCQ, but so we're gonna get that fight back, and I'm excited, bro, because they're gonna be standing up. They're gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Yeah. And then, dude,
Oh,
Alright, we'll go ahead and go over them.
bro, no, I just want to say, bro, Ebates. Like, Ebates probably almost had a heart attack going to the last game, bro. Like, you guys rotate all the way towards, what is it, Quarry?
Quarry.
And then, bro, dude, Blast with the 1B, bro, a 2-piece on Diaz and Shifty, and then Sage and Dongi, bro. Blast came out shooting, bro, to qualify. I'm like, damn. That was crazy.
Nah, it was a movie.
Oh, I fucking love this guy, Rampage, bro. I was gonna go through each team, bro. I was gonna go through each team, but you look. I'll quickly go over it. Optic, bro. Optic, I think they peaked very fucking well. They were a team that everybody's like, nah, this shit ain't gonna go. Like, they're not gonna do good. They kind of got the same treatment as like FaZe in them, right? Like, oh, this team's not good, and they surprised everybody.
Yeah.
They surprised everybody. Optic popped the fuck off, qualified for 14th. Clown, Jackal, Don J, I would say they are an underhorse squad that maybe not a lot of people didn't expect them to call. 13th place for them, securing their spot for LAN. Blast, Gabe, Skullface, fucking crazy, like Rampage said. Absolute cinema. They were in contention of not qualifying. Quite literally, if Blast does not 1v6 Virtus Pro and Falcons, they don't qual. They would literally have not qualified. Which is fucking unreal to think about. AG Global, same thing. They were started off pretty rocky, had to have a banger game to clutch up, got 11th, destroyed Grammy Unrational. I think they played relatively consistent for them to get themselves a little top 10. We went over TJ Fountains in future. The Jamas flanked J-Tech in 8th. I kind of expected them to place very well. I mean, the Jamas last year placed what, 3rd, right?
Yep.
Flanked and J-Tech, I think Flank placed 5th last year. And I don't recall J-Tech what he placed last year. So pretty good squad that I kind of expected. Huskers, Tekka, Raul. This is a team that low key. I think on paper we were like, oh, that's kind of a weird fucking squad, but they've actually been performing really well. What the fuck is that shit popping up my screen up every 5 seconds? I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it, JD. Holy shit.
I think that's my laptop connected.
Skype.
Oh shit. That shit keeps.
Yeah, I could go disconnected real quick.
Oh, is it on the other thing?
Yeah, it's in the laptop watch party.
You can do it. I'll continue. Bredman, Believe, Juju, same thing as Huskers. Like, it's a squad that assembled that I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I don't know if they're gonna be good or not. And
it works.
They're working very well together, right? Braxton Wright, a trick, top 5. I think SAUL has been consistently like a top 10 team. I don't think they've ever had any breakout days where they're like number 1. But I think top 5 is where like top 5, top 10. That's where I realistically see them, right? Anxiety, Big Man, Scythe.
Wow.
I don't even know what. Talk to me. I don't even know what to say anymore about these guys.
What's up, Ebates?
I don't think he's cheating.
Ooh.
I know that might be. I know like the chat and like all like the the viewers, they love the conspiracies or whatever. I mean, I think what happened, man, honestly, at EWC, I think they went to EWC and just changed everything. They literally changed everything they did. Because I was talking to I was talking to that's. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, like, I mean, Dongi obviously got like the treatment for a whole year. And to be fair though, like they did have like 4 days or 3 days of gameplay. So like the nerves, I don't think it was a nerves thing. I just genuinely think they were overthinking everything. I think they were trying to do too much and they literally changed everything about their gameplay that they did online. Because I don't know. I just don't think those kids are cheating. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I could see that. Because like
Omega said wrong. All right, Omega, you know what, man? Enlighten me. Because you were their coach, bro. If you didn't change everything on land, then what went wrong, bro? Enlighten me. What went wrong then?
Oh shit!
Well, something
if
must
you guys
have,
played
something
everything
must
how you
have
did it.
changed.
All right, bro. Nah, you just pissed me off, Omega. You actually pissed me off, bro. Explain to me then, bro. Explain to me. If you guys didn't change everything, then what happened different? What went different? What was different between at home and on land?
Just nervous.
Man.
Just nervous,
Coach
bro.
Coach.
Like,
I said it. I said nerves. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Is they changed everything because they were just nervous. I mean, I honestly don't think he's shooting.
Yeah, well, we can't say he didn't change anything because obviously they did. They had a fucking
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
man
they
in
did.
finals as anchor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why would anchor big man? Like, he's the Slayer. Like, why do they have him anchoring? Is he?
That's what I'm
so
saying.
nervous?
Like, you can't argue that they didn't change anything because you clearly did, outside
No,
of like
literally.
nerves and shit.
Bro,
Look,
in
here's-
LCQ, they were
Oh, go ahead.
uncontested at chem, uncontested, and this dude just started anchoring. But like I'm telling you, it's because like they never even did that in scrims. Why the fuck? Like I don't know why they
That's
didn't
what
go
I'm saying.
stronghold. I think they went to control and then they went to stronghold. They were frying at stronghold, but doing really well, and they didn't even try. They went to lane and didn't even try. So I don't know.
Bro. But like, I agree with debates. I definitely don't think they're cheating. Regardless of like, obviously we did see anxiety. We saw Scythe pop off, super KDs. But dude, they dropped what, a 21 kill game
25.
on that 25 kill game on, like, those were really good teams, bro. They had Virtus Pro, they had AG Global, I think they had 100 Thieves, Twisted Minds. They had a really good comp. So to have 25 kills with the win with that caliber, hey, I think they're good, man. I think they're good.
I'll give my take on this because I will say I was one of the people. I don't want to say defending 5 years, but I was very hopeful that they weren't cheating, and I was very hopeful that they are just next up, right? And coming back from LAN, I can confidently say that I don't know what the fuck to think about this squad. I talked to Anxiety on the side, I talked to Scythe on the side, and they both obviously are like, yo, like big man's not cheating, man. Like, I know how it looks like, whatever. Okay, right? I'll say this. If they didn't have that one game where they dropped 25 in the win, I would be like, yeah, bro, I'll be honest, it's too different online to LAN that, people can say nerves, all this shit, but in my opinion, and I don't think you can be nervous for 3 days. Like, after a day,
Yeah.
the first day, that's why I was so excited for that team after their game number 5 of day 1 or 6 of day 1. I was like, okay, good. They got their nerves out, all that stuff. Dongi, people are going to use the argument that Dongi, when he first played his LAN, that he was nervous. Well, yeah, Dongi only played for 1 day though. Dongi played for 1 day on LAN, was nervous for his first LAN, played like shit, then came back the next year and absolutely fried out. We obviously know he's not cheating, right? Like, so now I'm a little bit like, fuck. I'm like, okay, like, he big man, they dropped 25 kills in a win, that 6 game. And, they played not the greatest the first couple days, but, and then played really bad the final day. It just sucks, man, because I cannot say it. Like, I don't know anymore. I'm just hoping, and I'll tell you guys exactly what I told Scythe. Because Scythe was like, he was like, bro, I promise he's not cheating, all this shit. Like, he's getting so much shit. I was like, look, man, I was like, Scythe, bro, one, I'm going to gas up Scythe real quick. Scythe went absolutely fucking insane. I'm really, Scythe is a good ass fucking player. Besides the point. But I told him, I was like, look, big man is just going to have to deal with it. That is honestly what's going to have to happen. Big man does these things where he has 2 different accounts, where he end stream mid-tournament and then turns it back on. Where it's a lot of weird shit that I say, bro, just don't do weird shit. Like, if you just, like it's just a bunch of little things that he's done. I told him, I was like, he has to stop doing that stuff. He has to stream on 1 account only. I wrote this all out to him. You can check it. You can ask him to show DMs and stuff. I was like, but at the end of the day, man, big man just have to just quiet all the haters and show up on LAN. When it comes to World Series of Warzone, go to LAN and just go crazy. But until then, he's gonna have to just deal with the hate. Sadly, like, everybody's just gonna hate on him. Everybody's gonna be telling him shit. But the only way to make it stop is if he goes to LAN and absolutely fries the fuck out. That's it. That's all he has to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
And all this stuff.
I mean-
but in the meantime, he can't really do anything about it. Like, he's gonna just have to deal with the hate.
Yeah,
agree.
I think, like, if there's a way to, like, help big man get through all of this, is honestly watching the F1 movie, and then after, I'm saying, he'll be locked in. Trust. Like, you come out different after that movie. I know you guys can vouch.
Heard that.
You'll hear the quote, is just noise. So tuck that head in, grind, and then, I mean, this is a perfect opportunity bounce back right here for the big map.
Hearing that.
100%.
Hearing that.
What you guys
Okay.
go? Oh.
No. All right. So, and then Falcons 111.8 and Virtus Pro 167.2. So we'll quickly cover this. And it's like, okay, right? And I even put Twisted Minds in this, right? Like, how do you guys think that, wait, what the fuck? Did something change? What just changed? Weren't we saying something about top 5?
Oh yeah, this did get changed.
So, this is after game 5.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This is not the final.
Oh shit. I was gonna say, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Well, I was like, what the hell? Gamix is in there too?
Yeah, hold on.
Because I know Gamix struggled. Yeah. So. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Then, because I'm saying we never went over Twisted Minds. I want to talk about all 3 of these teams: Dongi or Virtus Pro, Falcons, Twisted Minds. With Twisted Minds winning Esports World Cup, I'm gonna ask everybody: who do you guys think is winning World Series of Warzone? Like, I'm so excited for World Series because of this. Because all 3 of these fucking teams are insane, and they proved it on LAN. Who is winning World Series of Warzone? And I think it's going to be one of these 3 teams.
Definitely the top 3. Bro, okay, dude. Twisted Minds, man, they always get a really good POI. I swear, bro. Hospital, really strong, has a buy, has the thing to rotate. They're probably going to do the same thing, man. Just going to be slowly, while, Virtus Pro and Falcons are fighting each other, they're going to be like, dude, yeah, I don't know why, bro.
Okay.
Like,
No, I mean, yeah.
the best average placement. Man.
I wouldn't change. I could see the world where like Twisted Mind just goes back to back, and just goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that could happen. We seen the ice out of that team on match point.
But I mean, I feel like, what I'm saying, the Falcons not winning EWC, like that sparked a fire. I know that sparked a fire. You know what I'm saying? Do we see them like fight?
Do you think that actually, side note, Almighty TJ says that he's landing on Falcons. Almighty TJ, Felnets and Future.
Oh yeah,
he's being for real.
Damn,
really?
So going to that, like, what teams are going to be getting conned? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, we had Dongi Noob Sage getting conned by what was that team? It was Zach, Renzo, and Heeds. They were getting conned by them, and they were. I think it was them actually, or it was Master 5K actually. Master 5K in
Nielsen,
POI, and they were doing bad. Same with Twisted Minds. They're getting conned by Onyx Esports. Are they going to do good or do bad?
True, Onyx, Onyx versus,
I don't think they're not gonna con him.
What about Evan also landing in hospital?
No way. No way. Evan won't do that.
That'll be insane.
If anything, he's gonna go back to fighting Tapulator, OP Mark, and them.
Yeah,
that's insane, bro.
Do I think teams should con good POIs? Absolutely. Will they do it? Probably not.
Wait. Oh yes, Mixie brought up a fucking great point. Niacin is without a doubt landing on Virtus Pro.
100%.
Yeah, King Shark,
because bro, they dude, oh my god,
they dominated.
For those of y'all that don't remember that tournament, Nielsen and them landed on Virtus Pro one tournament, and it was dead ass the worst tournament that Virtus Pro has ever had. They finished like outside of top 25. It was fucking crazy. They dead ass wiped them every single game. I was mind blown. I didn't know what the fuck I was watching.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what are we watching?
I think that was just kind of a wake up call for them, because like they're just playing 2 split. You know what I'm saying? 2 individual fights and shit. And I mean, with that, like, it was good. I feel like on land they shouldn't have an issue with them. Like now they know that okay, they're gonna get conned. Before they weren't getting conned. Now like whenever you get conned the first time, you're like, oh shit, okay, like let's get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like you get caught off guard. But I feel like they're well adjusted. And then after that, bro, we saw them like just dominate, bro. Like just full on dominate. And like I said, bro, Dongi Noob Sage on land just become Lanimals. I feel like they're not gonna struggle with them.
Shit. Echo said King Shock on land ain't no worry though. Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. I thought it was Nida they were accusing last year, and he's not even playing anymore.
Nielsen?
It was Nielsen. It was Nielsen, Nida, and King Shock last year, and I'm pretty sure
I think it was all of them
accused.
Yeah, I feel like all 3 of them were getting accused.
I personally don't think, bro. I'll be honest. I will say I don't think we ever said it, but I mean, unless that Cooley team's cheating, I'm pretty sure we went hacker free this year, which is pretty insane. Like the fact that we had to go through hell last year and all the hackers and all that stuff, and then I think this year we went through hacker free, which is pretty it's a feel good thing. So shout out the World Series of Warzone team, man. They locked in a little
real.
bit, you know. They locked in.
I mean, I will say face cams and all that shit does help. It help. Might not completely
100%.
take it away, but it does help. Bro.
Yeah. They definitely
Yeah, what do y'all
gotta be more
think?
strict on,
You guys think there's anybody? We know what nobody thinks. We know what nobody thinks, bro.
100%. Nobody for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I mean, World Series of Warzone is going to be very fucking interesting this year. I am really excited. We're going to be starting up, I want to say not scrims, but the 20K starts tomorrow, right? The Pulse Check Summer Series, which consists of about a week and a half of tournaments, which I think that's 4 days total of gameplay. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then next Wednesday is finals. But before we kind of wrap up, let's go ahead and look at LCQ.
Yes, LCQ.
Rampage, check there's by the way. Okay, continue.
Bro, because heard down.
Sorry, but let's pull up that, and then I do want to talk about LAN because I feel like that's a discussion that we haven't even started yapping about. So look, this shit was that is this LCQ? Oh, is that the 5? Chat. This shit was genuinely one of the fucking most insane shit I've ever seen. I'm a full glaze, bro. Look, I'll go through the list. Right? Clutch Belk, Devo, Vaughn. 103.6 points for them. Wait. Damn. I forgot. They popped off? Were they were they at the edge here?
They were
at the last game,
dude,
yes, right?
They were frying. They were unconned at Stadium. I'm not kidding. I saw them pop 12 advanced UAVs in one game, bro.
I see it. I
Bro,
believe it.
uncon, bro.
Damn.
They should have won this tournament by like a million. These guys, they were. I mean,
Oh,
they
they
definitely
got-
kept it close.
Stadium, right? They landed Stadium?
Yeah,
Stadium
uncon.
Yeah.
Which is like
Oh
insane.
my God. Yeah.
Which I'm assuming like they'll probably fix that for ranked. I'm assuming by the time we get to LAN, so like it won't be like insane.
Yeah.
It should be a good POI, but like not what it is right now.
Bruh, if they leave it like that, you can guarantee Virtus Pro, Twisted Minds, or Falcons
Yeah,
are
there'll be
landing
like
there.
5 teams. Yeah, there'll be like 5 teams there for sure.
There's no way.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Yeah,
think,
Overmark said
I think-
we'll be going Stadium.
I'm pretty sure Devo and Vaughn were like super close last year, and like so I'm stoked for them. Like especially Devo. Like I think Devo went LCQ like I think back-to-back years and almost didn't qual. So like the fact that he made it this year, you know, it's a feel good thing for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you know, my mans, you know. And then fourth, Colony, Nicole, Waldo. These guys, a lot of people said they were the #1 team going into LCQs. We had them on our list. JD, one thing I just realized we never did. We never saw our predictions and see who got the best. Side note, but yeah. So Colony, Nicole, Waldo, they did their thing. I think they are a clutch team. They always you cannot count on them to in icy situations. Nicole specifically always pops off. You know, solo YOLO winner right there. And all the fucking glaze, just put it everywhere, bro. FaZe were down like 30 points or some shit, something crazy going into the final game. They were sitting at 8th place, and they had a 50-point game, a 48-point game to put them in to LAN qualify. I mean, brother, this is fucking insane. All the glaze, Adrian had quite literally something took over his body. Something came inside his body and just...
he was going rogue.
Brother, he was going fucking nuts.
Before that game, I was like, yo, it's chalked. I was like, basically, like, it's just between the top 6 teams. And damn, dude, bro. That's the thing, is we've always said it, it's never chalked. It's never chalked. And then every time I'm like watching a tournament, I'm like, oh, it's chalked. But like, bro, like, dead ass, it's never chalked. Like the whole
chalked.
Deucemir thing. We've seen so many different stories, bro. And then these guys literally come in, drop a 24 kill win to qualify is absolutely insane. Like it is literally never chalked.
Bro, there was so many people in chat saying, "Oh, it's over. They're not making it." All this stuff. Hey, you know, specifically, my man's Noah in the chat. Shout out Noah for being a good sport about it, bro. No, I said, "Fuck you, Noah. Fuck you." There was so many people that were like, "Oh, shit," and I was like, I normally don't say nothing because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let them cook, right? And I was dude, the dopamine that I got watching these boys prove everybody fucking wrong, having a 24 kill fucking win, going rogue. Adrian with the 1v2 at the end, dog, that cinema,
Cherry on top,
cinema, bro.
Yeah, the cherry on top for sure.
So I mean, yeah, bro. And then look, bro, E gamers, these fuckers, B Gamers chat, gave up 6 months out of their lives, 5 months, whatever it is. They moved from Brazil all the way to the United States, have been living in a team house together, have been practicing as much as they can to try and compete against the best in the world. I was a little bit concerned on how they were going to adapt to North American lobbies and the way the North American teams play. They did not qualify through the regular tournament, but they made it. They came into LCQ. And I was pretty confident with this team, man. Like I really was confident in this team that they would do it. And sure enough, they did, bro. Second place in LCQ. They fixed the little mistakes that they were doing. I think one thing about Brazil is they play a little bit too aggressive sometimes. And I think they kind of found that perfect balance between playing slow and aggressive and found that perfect medium. And I mean, they're a good squad. They're a good team. They're not scared to fight, which is, I think, what a lot of the Europe teams struggle with. Or a lot of, at least the middle of the pack Europe teams, is they play too slow and it feels like they're scared to fight, as opposed to like the top Europe teams. Those fuckers don't give a fuck. They'll fight, right? And I think Erixi, Nano, and Tabakis, they found that flow. So I just want to give a huge shout out to them for bouncing back and playing out of their fucking minds. So just thought I would say that.
Yeah, super proud of them.
And then Brawlic, Prospect, and Evan, man, shit. These guys, again, all the glaze to my boy Super Evan, bro. Evan has been... he's a vet. He's a vet, man. You know, a vet in the scene. And you know, he kind of, you know, slowed down a little bit, but I think he got a little bit of NOS, a little bit of nitrous oxide. And my man's been cooking, bro. My boy Prospect, this guy, I think he's grown tremendously as a player. I think Prospect, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think he was a meathead last year. He was like, he was one of those like kind of like grimy, no brain, but insane gunny. And I think he's made like incredible leaps forward, and I saw him IGLing his team in the end game, playing very, very smart, and I'm very proud of Prospect, you know. And then Brawlic, he's been a vet as well, been in the scene for so long. So I'm really excited to see these guys come back and play, and very excited for tomorrow's tournament. We got groups hopefully announcing soon. I think JD will get a graphic out sometime soon, before tonight, and because I don't even know who's playing tomorrow, but I'm excited.
Prospects, he's always been insane. He's been around for a while too. Like me and DJ used to play with him, and he's always been insane. I think his problem is that he just never like fully bought into like whatever team he was playing on. Like he never fully trusted his teammates. Because whenever I played with him, he did. Like he trusted me and DJ, and he was a fucking shooter. Like I could literally put this guy in a 1v2 and he would do it. But I do think that was probably his biggest issue is the past couple of years. He's probably played with people that he just didn't really like fully buy into the system. And I know he like I could just tell by watching, he definitely trusts Evan. Like I think this is like a really good. There's a good dynamic, a good vibe on this team. So
Also think that this team is like perfect for Evan as well. Like two hungry shooters, just like hungry for it. You know?
But you get Evan knows how to IGL. When Evan gives a fuck, it's kind of like Adrian. Like Adrian is one of those people, and I think the same for Evan. Like when they're not passionate, they get worse. When they actually lock in and they like the game, they get exponentially better. And I think that's been Evan's problem for the last 2 years, or ever since I left him, is, you know, he lost me. He lost me and he lost the passion. You know, he was very sad that I left him. And so, you know, he's back now. He's back now. You know, he's over back. He's over me. And he's got a new main squeeze now. So, you know, but yeah, look, man, LCQ, I'm really excited for World Series of Warzone. It's going to be an absolute movie. We're going to start tournament tomorrow. Wednesday, and Friday, and we're gonna have scrims hopefully very consistently. I'm hyped for that. But speaking of, we're gonna end today's podcast talking about LAN, and so bring up the COD Next announcement. And yeah, I mean, look, read between the lines here, right? COD Next is with World Series of Warzone to save money. Let's just address the elephant in the room here, right?
Yep.
I believe that the reason why this is happening is because it's going to be in Vegas. It's the same place. Chat, it's literally a day later. COD Next is September 30th, and then World Series of Warzone is October 1st, right? The reason why they're doing this is quite literally to save money. Now, I'll say this. It's kind of crazy that I have to say that. It's kind of insane that I got to say that they got to save money. But that is why they're doing it. At least that's what I think. That's speculation, but I'm pretty sure. Now, I think the reason why there's no spectators is because COD Next has no spectators. I think the reason, if you think about it, right? COD Next. Every time we've seen COD Next, it's always not cramped. I don't want to say cramped because it's not cramped, but like there's no
They
room.
utilize the full space. Yeah, they utilize
Yeah.
all the space.
Yeah. So what I think is they don't have enough room for spectators. Does that make it right? No. I'm just trying to be logical here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're in the same venue. Or maybe I don't think that there's two separate venues. If there's two separate venues, I'll say there's no reason why they shouldn't have had spectators. But in my theory is they're both the exact same venue. They're just going to repurpose all the Call of Duty Next setups because there's like 200 people going, and then they're going to repurpose it for World Series of Warzone. That's what I think is happening.
When I first heard about the rumor of like COD Next and World Series like be on the same weekend, the same place, I was actually stoked because I do think that like World Series of Warzone as like a standalone product is kind of like it's kind of tough, like from a business aspect. Like I understand it. It's a lot of money for not really a lot of return. So the fact that they were like doing it combined, I was like stoked because I was like, yo, this is gonna be sick. Because if they did it right, they could have done like COD Next with like meet and greets with like your favorite content creators. Like let's say, for example, like who's someone that goes to COD Next but doesn't play competitively? Like we'll just say like, I don't know, who's like someone
Natasha.
that yeah, like Natasha or Sally's a dog, right? They could do like
Lucky Charm.
like meet and greets with like those creators, and then those viewers or whatever, those fans were already there for the event, so they could stay for World Series of Warzone. It would be like a great like way to like double up. But yeah, when they announced the no crowd thing, I was like, damn.
Yeah, like bro,
Yeah.
think about
a
how
lot of
sick.
missed opportunity. A lot of missed opportunity.
Here's what I'll say, and I think this is. I've said this so many times before, and I'm glad that Hitch said it on his podcast. I think it was a podcast. I don't know which one. It was an Optic podcast. Like, bro, this is a perfect opportunity for them to really kind of bring back COD XP. And COD XP back in the day was kind of like a Comic-Con, but for Call of Duty, where you had like a tournament for CDL, right?
Yeah.
And they had like a next event where people would get to go buy tickets to this event, watch the Call of Duty tournament, but then also they would get to play the beta early. So if the beta comes out Friday, this event would have been like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they could play the event early. So imagine a world where, for example, this perfect example, if they just had spectators that anybody could go to, if they just had spectators to this, where they sold tickets, said, hey, if you buy a ticket, you are allowed to watch Next live in person. You get dude, Activision can get a bunch of setups in the venue where if you bought tickets, you could play the beta early. You could just have people playing the beta early, a day early, and then you also, your ticket to COD Next also gives you a ticket to World Series of Warzone. So like you could double down here. There is room to where it's like, hey, like from a profit margins perspective, and like anytime you sell tickets to anything, you're reducing the cost of how much, no matter what, even if you sell one fucking ticket, you're reducing the cost of how much it is to throw a LAN, right? So hopefully next year, they can be like, hey, open it up to the public, give them an incentive, because maybe some people might not buy tickets to Next, but they might want to go see their favorite players compete for World Series of Warzone. Maybe people might not care about World Series of Warzone, but they want to go see their favorite streamer play at Next. Maybe people might not care about watching people play at Next or World Series of Warzone, but they want to get a chance to play the beta early, so they'll go. So there is 3 different opportunities here for Call of Duty to make money, and in turn, make sure they aren't, whatever the profit margins are here, make sure that they're better, because the only thing that you can do here, it can only be better here. Think about it. Like
literally,
like you're saving money by selling tickets. Does that make sense?
And possibly,
there's so much room for opportunities.
Food, beer,
like,
all that. Dude, guys, like, I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. We got COD Champs on one side that has that major peak, and then also we just got started with Warzone. We got that major peak. Can you just imagine big venue? COD Champs, World Series of Warzone finals, and like you said, like you got Scumpy, Hex, like everybody, Nade Shot. Like everyone's gonna want to go to this, bro. And then I feel like Warzone people are gonna be like, oh man, multiplayer. I never got into that, but like let's check it out. I'm already here. And then the same thing for multi. They'll go to World Series of Warzone and they'll be like, holy shit, like I didn't know this was lit like this. So dude, it could be, what other esport or what other game has like 2 like game modes like that? Like that. I feel like they could coexist, and grow each other even more.
Well, yeah, 100%.
That'd be so fire.
They need to be like like I said, I don't think World Series of Warzone should be a standalone thing. Like, I think it's dope that they're doing it with Next and like Code Bowl and stuff. But like, there is so much opportunity here to like actually have like a crowd and stuff, or like have like the viewers basically bridged, which is something we've always talked about. We've always wanted the multiplayer side of things and Warzone to kind of like get bridged, and this was a great way to do it. And the no crowd thing kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
The crowd, man.
I mean, bro, look like imagine if a COD Next ticket included a bundle.
Yep.
Like an exclusive bundle,
Yeah.
or it had drops. Like bro,
VIP bundle.
there is so many ways to make money here if there was like investment, right? And again, it's not even about making money. It's just again, if they are trying to save money, then that means that somewhere along the lines they're not hitting the mark somewhere, right? If they are doing this venue 2-in-1, it's because there's somewhere they're missing the mark, right? So if that's the case, you can reduce cost by selling tickets. Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's the thing.
Makes sense.
It does make sense.
Though, bro, the World Series of Warzone tickets were like $120 or some shit, bro. And I'm like,
Oh no!
I'm like,
In
bro,
total, with taxes, 170, boys. And if you wanted the VIP ones, it was like 200 and something.
bro, that is absurd. Dude, if you lived in the United States, let's just say you lived in California, if you wanted to go to Vegas to go watch World Series of Warzone, you were spending thousands of dollars to go stay at a hotel, travel, a ticket, all that stuff, food, Ubers, everything. Like, you were spending literally thousands. Like, that is so unrealistic. And like the least they could have done is a lower ticket. But I mean, bro, because like Japan Apex was like $12 a ticket. They sold 30,000 of them. I'm not saying we're Apex, right? But $12 a ticket is probably where we should have been having our pricing at.
Ah, damn.
It should have been a lot cheaper. I'll say that. Like,
Yeah.
whatever the case is, right? Like, it does suck that this is where we're at. What this looks like for the future, I don't know. But yeah,
You guys think like going on forward, this is how they should do it, like on the weekday, not the weekend? Because I know last year they did it whenever it's like the most busiest, like UFC, boxing, some like there's the most crazy things, you know? Like hotel
that's another
prices were
thing.
even higher.
Yeah, you can't during the week, because then we're gonna have no crowd at all. Like, it needs to be a weekend so people they have work off typically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
look.
Well, what if they switch states?
What, to Texas?
I think
I mean,
Vegas
something
is
cheaper
fine.
compared to like.
They just need to look. Here is the main issues with World Series of Warzone, and one, they need to actually support it. Like, and I'm talking about actually support it, right? I'm talking let people know 6-7 months in advance what's going on. That means you know,
Minimum.
like that means get ahead of everything. Whatever time they start working on World Series of Warzone, start that 6 months earlier, right? That's one. Two, give these people a live audience, right? Like, here's what you do. Optic has done this before. I remember Hitch said it, like, they changed their venue to have less people, but to make it feel more full, so the environment was better, right?
Right.
Bro, if you know if it was crazy, I thought London was fucking great. That venue actually was popping, right? If they just made it, even if it's just 1,000, fuck it. Hey, fuck it. Even if it's just 1,000, who gives a fuck? Like,
No, literally.
I think London was like 2.5K, and I think Vegas was like something crazy, like 4,000, 5,000. Like, it's not crazy, but like it was a lot more, right? So, which is what made it look way more emptier than it was. So I don't know what it probably was less than London, but there was way more tickets on that than London. So make a venue to where you can do that, right? And dude, just actually support it, man. Like, bro, look at EWC. Esports World Cup is actually supporting it, right? Like, why can't Call of Duty do that? Why can't Warzone do that? Warzone, they have the money. They have the money. They can't say that they don't, right? Now, I'll say this. What budget, this is where probably the discrepancy lies here, is how much money is the Warzone team actually getting? Right? The way businesses work, Activision has billions of dollars, but how much of that budget is being given, how much of the $1 billion is being given to World Series of Warzone? Right?
I mean, I'd say it's probably the same thing as
it's probably
league,
very low. It's very low. Hell no. Then CDL?
The thing is, once we lost,
No way.
bro,
Hell no.
once
It's
we
like probably
lost-
1/10 of CDL.
Once we lost,
Really?
not way less, bro, way less, way less.
I was gonna say because we got so many teams, bro, so many players, like so many setups. You know,
They don't
compared
care
to
about that.
CDL, where I
don't
don't
care
Once we
about
know.
that.
lost, bro, once we lost the game battles like team, bro, that's when things really went downhill because like that was like a dedicated team to like competitive like COD Esports. You know what I mean? It was like challengers and Warzone. Once we lost game battles, they are now contracting people to basically do the work. So like people are only brought on for like months at a time rather than like a whole calendar year. So that's why like the time frame is just so like shortened, and that's why like everything is so last minute because people are literally contracted to do this stuff very last minute. It's like actually like, bro, I can't imagine working on the World Series of Warzone. It's got to be so stressful for the people that are running it, bro, because you're literally given like 3 months to plan everything, which is like so cooked.
Which is also why the announcements are late because they're still working on shit. They're working on getting venues. Everything's delayed, like everything.
Yep.
Like imagine they just gave time to the admins to like fully plan out something crazy.
Right.
I feel like
exactly.
they would cook.
I'm gonna work with it.
Bro,
If
I
they're
promise you, like,
yeah.
yeah, I know there's so much you want to say. Come on, heck.
Yeah.
I fear if I speak. But look, man, look, I definitely think that this Warzone we saw with Esports World Cup this year, there is people that care about it. It gets the viewers, and this can be a legitimate esport, whatever the fuck you want to call it, a competitive tournament, whatever. There is room here, right? We see Apex doing it, but that's because the Apex dev team actually cares. Like they really do, right?
Yeah.
I just don't think that there's a level of care here for Warzone, sadly.
Or transparency.
Yeah, or transparent. There's a lot, man. There's a lot I could go into, which I'm not going to. But look, man,
bro, I think that's the thing too. Like people expect like we're not asking to be like a tier 1 esport, bro. We could be a tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, like whatever. There just needs to be a little bit of support there. You know what I mean? Because I do think I genuinely believe that we do have the numbers to back up some kind of scene, some kind of esport, some kind of legitimacy. And like we're not asking for anything crazy, bro. I don't think anyone is sitting here asking for, you know, a CDL type of thing where we have 5 majors and a champs and all these other things. Like there just needs to be some kind of structure and like, you know, like you said, bro, like some kind of blueprint to be in the year where like, hey, here's how the year looks rather than just like everything getting thrown out last minute.
True.
That'd
be
imagine,
amazing.
Like, if we had a little bit of support, like other things like that we have done and shit, like, you know, the things that we have done, even like the storylines, all that stuff, seeing new players, all that, bringing all that, with just a little bit of support, you know how crazy it would be.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
literally, like we say, like EWC, we see what they can do with the support, and that's how amazing, bro. Getting orgs involved, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had me dead whenever orgs were just like memeing off each other on like just the players and everything, bro. Like, oh man, it could be so damn good. The production.
is this the updated
far.
one or is this the because there was 2. There was one that they put out and they're like, oh wait, they said that we fucked up. It was actually more than what we thought.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
900,000.
Yeah, so I mean, from a purely analytical, like numbers wise, this event did very fucking good. Like, I mean, again, this is not a this versus this, right? This is not a, you know, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like just to show you that, like, not even that. We just want to be a part of the conversation. Like, I hate the whole CDL versus Warzone shit because it's not even like it's not even. We just want to be up. We just want to be with you guys, right? Like that's what we want. People to be like, hey, look, like, you know, Warzone can succeed given the right circumstances, and Warzone had more viewership than CDL in their Esports World Cup, right? And that's, again, not saying CDL versus Warzone. I'm just saying that, like, yo, we want to feel like, hey, we can do that too. Like, we can be up there too. Both can succeed given the right, you know, whatever support. And so
I feel like we could be both combined could come to become something bigger. You
That's
know?
what I'm saying.
One thing, you know?
dude. If
No other game is doing that.
I'm telling you, bro, COD XP, if they did COD Next with a CDL champs, with World Series of Warzone finals, all in 1 week, and then you let spectators buy tickets into it, brother, holy
Merch,
shit.
like, it'd be amazing, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, what other game is doing it? Valorant's not doing that. Like, Apex not doing, like, bro, this is something so unique that COD has, you know, that they could combine and go even higher, dude.
It could be insane. It could be fucking insane if you had, like, even now, imagine COD Champs was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or whatever. Like, even a week before, you do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, COD Champs, then Monday, or like Tuesday, COD Next, then Wednesday, World Series of Warzone, Thursday, Beta.
Wait, whoa.
That's a whole
one day World Series, Hector?
Sorry. Wednesday, Thursday, World Series of Warzone. Thursday, World Series of Warzone, and then Friday Beta. Shit, bro. So I mean, the numbers are there.
The whole week.
Different. Kind of a open for discussion. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Like, you guys think that Resurgence is potentially like something that would open up a lot more doors for the competitive Warzone scene? I think there's a huge place for big map. I just think it's really tough logistically to run a big map event. Do you guys like that idea? Even the viewers, are you guys open to it? I think I am, just because I think it would give competitors a lot more opportunity. But
so here's what I'll say when it comes to Resurgence. It is less competitive. I think we all know that. It is. Some can argue it's less entertaining. I like it. I think it's fucking fun. I think it's gotten way better. I think for the sake of Warzone competitive continuing to thrive, I think sadly, and I'm saying sadly because I don't want this, right? In a perfect world, we have crazy funding. We don't need to do this. But from a purely wanting Warzone competitive to succeed, I think it's almost necessary that competitive switches to Resurgence, because I can see a world where World Series of Warzone just says, you know what? We can no longer pay for this. We can no longer support this. And they just be done with World Series of Warzone, and all competitive Warzone just stops. I'm not kidding. I can see that happening one day. Transparently. I 1000% think. Oh my God.
What if we go, instead of say we don't switch to Resurgence for big map? What if we lower down the player count for big map? Because we had it at 120 one time.
120,
and then now we moved it to 150. You think that would change anything, or maybe give more opportunity as well?
I think it wouldn't really change much unless they cut it to 60 people. I think the 150, even if they cut it down to 100, I still don't think it changes much. I think you'd have to literally cut it drastically in order for them to logistically make sense.
The reason I think is just like you said, I think big map is amazing, and on top of that, right now that we're seeing World Series of Warzone being big map, and then COD Next, I mean, it makes sense for just to always have it, no? Because you're doing COD Next with 150 players or 150 people, no? So you already have the setups. 2 for 1.
True. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If they stay doing COD Next combined with World Series of Warzone, then there's no reason why they can't do it. Everything's already there, right? Now it's just okay, for COD Next, they have to put into the budget, hey, we need to allow fans here. We need to allow fans here now, right? We need to get a bigger venue than this. It can't just be last year was in a museum. So you can't have spectators in a museum, right? This year, who knows where it's going to be? Well, we know it's in Vegas, but who knows where exactly it's going to be, right? It's probably not fit to have spectators. So for next year, at the very worst, combine them. Fuck it, combine them, but allow spectators, right?
Definitely.
That's not. I don't think that's a bad idea. I don't think that's I agree with you.
There.
I think it's there right now. But I'll say this: I don't see World Series of Warzone ever turning into a league if it stays like this. I think there's more probability of it becoming a league if it's Resurgence, because that's less cost, right? You know what I'm saying? But if it's BR, we'll probably only ever have one LAN a year, if that's the way it works.
So,
but now we know Esports World Cup is now Esports World Nation as well, and at least every other year we get 2 LANs. Well, I guess it would be 3 LANs in total.
what about this? EWC does, and then Activision takes over small map, and they, you know what I'm saying, and then it does the league for Activision, and with the COD Next.
That arena in Saudi is way too small, and I don't think they're going to build a whole separate venue just for a Warzone thing.
You're right.
I think I think that, dude, it's so tough because like you look at every like other BRs, right? Like I think even PUBG is like, I don't even know how many players. I don't think it's a lot, but Apex, for example, is 60. Like we are such a massive game to even do 100 people on LAN is insane logistically. I think that like ideally in a perfect world, if they made like a 60-person BR map, like maybe like a Vondel size type of map, and like it was good, it was actually good, like a good map competitively, then that'd be great.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, that's like asking for a whole new game, basically. It's like we're basically asking now for like, instead of 150 players, we're like going down to like a mini BR, which is like, I don't know. It's like at that point, you might as well just do Resurgence. But I do think the benefit of doing less players is that, hypothetically speaking, like the lobbies would be more competitive because like
Yeah, it'd be harder to qual.
Right,
Which
right.
I
You
like.
have more top teams. It would also maybe open up the opportunity of doing like more groups on LAN or something. Because like if for EWC we had 21 teams this year, I think 28 teams would have been fire at EWC, where they did like, you know, 7 groups of, or 4 groups of 7. So like it does open up that possibility as well. I think logistically speaking, I think like, yeah, 150 players is crazy. I like selfishly, I hope we move on from like BR lands because I think there might be more opportunity for like more lands or more opportunity specifically for like, but obviously if there's no trade-off there, then you know, obviously keep it big map. I think everyone, at the end of the day, bro, we all fell in love with Warzone because of BR, right? Like, and I think BR is the most competitive mode. But I do think that like at the end of the day too, like Resurgence, there is a lot of opportunity there, and it's not like not competitive. You know what I mean? It's still competitive. It's just obviously, you come back to life for free. It's just a different game. It's a different game.
Yeah.
So it sucks.
Yeah,
But
I agree. Like again, for the sake of I'm just being a realist here. Yeah. I love BR more than I love Resurgence.
Right.
You guys know this. I've said this. But for the sake of wanting the Warzone scene to succeed and eventually actually having a league, I do not see a world where a Warzone league ever becomes a thing through World Series Warzone. I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I definitely see it happening, being able to happen through Resurgence, because less players, less cost. It's easier to pitch to the higher ups that, hey, we're spending less money, but you're getting more return on investment, more events, more viewers, et cetera, better marketing. You know, that's more business shit, right? But
yeah,
if I had perfect world, if I was fucking Jeff Bezos, I would say BR Resurgence, have 4 lands a year, 5 lands a year. That's what my dream scenario would be, right? But sadly, unless somebody at the higher ups of Activision really cares about competitive Warzone and really wants to see it thrive, then they can pitch doing that. But I just don't see it happening. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, hopefully they were watching EWC. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they were hyped. Everybody who watched, like, that was literally the best competitive tournament, and like, you're not getting that anywhere else, man. Like, it's so good. Like, it can be something so great.
We don't know what this year's gonna look like. I think we all should wait for this year because the skill gap has definitely dropped and teams have gotten better. Like maybe we were happy because there was 4 teams on match point and anybody could win. It was crazy, right? We might get that again this year with, if anything, shit. It's more likely that we're gonna have 5-6 teams on match point this year than it is on Resurgence because it's BR.
Literally.
So, I can see a world where there's fucking 10 teams on match point October 1st.
That's gonna be fire. Like, how much realistically do we need of like viewership to be like, okay, Big Map has to say like 500K viewership, or like it doesn't matter?
Yeah, like what if it does better than like EWC?
It's gonna do better.
It goes crazy. You think it's gonna do better than EWC viewership?
I think so. I mean, Big Map.
I don't think so.
I think it'll do better viewership. I think it will for sure.
Hope so.
I think for sure it'll do better viewership wise. I'm assuming because the beta's the next day, there has to be drops for beta codes.
True.
So the viewership will be good. The viewership might even break records. I think so.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
It's breaking records.
But again, we saw them breaking records in Warzone 2. It had an insane fucking viewership. And I'm not even going to get into this. I'm not going to get into this.
Yeah,
boys,
man.
Look, man, we yapped for a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Shit. We yapped for a good 2.5 hours over everything, man. At the end of the day, I think you guys, all of us can agree that we love Warzone and we love Call of Duty, and we just want to see it succeed. We love competitive Warzone. We love the players, and we just want to get. My dream is that when I retire as a streamer and all this shit is said and done, I hope that I would have changed something for these players, and I hope that I can leave here and like, you know what, we really made a difference, and we gave these guys the competitive scene that they deserve. So, as you guys know, I will continue to fight for these guys because I fucking love these dudes, and I love competitive Warzone. I just want to see it succeed, and you know, we'll see what the future holds, man. I am a little bit nervous for the future, but hey, we keep it moving and we keep grinding. And yes, we have some things in the works. Hopefully everything works out. And I mean, as you guys know, tomorrow we got a $20,000 mini league. Oh, not league. Mini ladder. Not a league.
Ladder.
Mini ladder.
Definitely ladder.
Not a league. Tomorrow we start. I did not say that. JD, clip that out of the thing. Tomorrow we got a mini ladder starting. It'll be 75 teams. I believe the majority of the teams that are in World Series Warzone are in there. It'll be 3 groups of 75 teams, 3 groups of 25, right? And we're gonna have 3 days of group stages. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all leading up until Wednesday being match point. Chat Wednesday match point. And we changed a couple things from PCL that we're gonna that we grabbed from PCL and we're gonna use it for here. Like the points that you get going from group stages to finals, you do get points depending on how you place in group stages. So who knows? We might even have a little podcast, you know, like on Sunday before the tournament, next Sunday, going over everything.
Nice.
You know? So yeah, chat.
Good.
Guys, I appreciate y'all. Crinks, Mr. Rampage, Ebates, thank you guys for hopping on the pod today. I think it was much needed.
Yes,
we
sir.
haven't yapped in so long. 2.5 hour podcast.
Yeah.
And I think, boys, let's talk a little bit about how we can keep this consistent, bro. Specifically the competitive side of things, because that's what kind of is going on at the moment. The big reason why we haven't done a lot of podcasts is because we've just been doing a scrim every fucking day. But anyways, boys, appreciate you guys as always. Any final thoughts from anybody?
Like I said, like this year, EWC was like very amazing to see with the numbers and like just the comp, seeing how it is this year. I can't wait to see how Wsow the Warzone will play out because you never know what can happen, you know. So I'm excited for that. Let's go.
I agree.
Final thoughts for today. I mean, it's honestly, hopefully next year we're sitting here again talking about how great the year was and how we're gonna have a better year, and with World Series Warzone, EWC, whatever the case may be, and also with the new game coming out. So we'll see how it goes. So big shout out to everybody always showing love.
Okay. All right, man. Ebates, any final thoughts?
Nah, man, just grateful for another year, man. I think, you know, like you said, we all love this shit. We just want to see it grow, and you know, doing whatever we can to make sure it's pushing forward.
Fuck yeah. All right, boys. All right, man. Everybody at home, whether watching on Spotify, YouTube, live on Twitch, just know I appreciate y'all, man, as always, for tuning into the Pullze podcast. And podcast will be back. They will be back. All right, man. I appreciate y'all. But we will catch you guys in the next podcast. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys later, baby. Peace. Peace. Later. Oh, yeah. Shit,
Let's
boys.
go. Good shit.
Oh, dude,
Good shit.
I've been holding in
can't
this
believe-
piss for so long.
Bro, I can't believe Shifty got dropped, bro. Rampage, what? Like,
Keep yapping. Boys, give me like a minute. I won't even watch math. I need to pee.
Rampage,
You
what? Like,
beat-
what do you
Nah.
know, bro? What do you know, bro?
Huh?
We need we
yeah.
need the big leakage out of Rampage.
Bro, he was already
Fellas.
talking about. He's like, next year, guys, it's Dongi, Almond, and Soka, man. I was like, wait, what
Yo,
happened to Shifty, bro?
dude.
What happened to Shifty?
I'm just saying, bro. Like I've been trying to work on my clickbaits and like.
I like that
you know,
idea. I like that
that's
idea.
a
Rage
good one,
baits?
you know? The rage baits.
The rage
baits.
baits.
I like
I'm
that
saying,
idea.
gotta
No,
make it nice and
that was
juicy.
definitely a 10-10 rage bait.
10 out of 10. I know I had all 3 of you guys like, what happened? But fuck it.
We're
you
like
know,
doing the math. Like, you ever seen that guy? Like, he's like doing the math in his head, and it's like the pi numbers are
He's
going
like-
everywhere, and he's like,
Yeah.
that's like what
think
I was
there's
like.
also,
I was like, wait, are we playing quads all of a sudden? Like, what happened to the third?
Imagine, bro.
What up to the main
There's no way.
shooter?
Yeah.
There's no way.
No,
bro.
but
Imagine
that's
fellas.
it. If that team happens, no way.
No, we're not letting it happen.
Bro.
I'm telling you, it's G8. It's G8. There's no way.
Definitely, don't let it
GA
happen.
in the-
Boom.
Bros, GA and rosters is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
G and
CDL,
rosters.
G and guns. You know, they only use 2 guns. We're G and teams. We got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's something I was thinking about, bro. People say that
Yeah.
like Warzone comp is boring because everyone uses the same gun. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, bro, we have a new meta like every month. Like every every tournament, like think about it, like group stages to LCQ to finals to upper bracket, there was a new meta. I think every time. And I was
every time.
like, the CDL,
And
they use
I
the
wouldn't
same
be
guns every year.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a new meta for LAN. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
More likely
I
to
was thinking about that. People are like, oh, like Warzone's boring. Everyone uses the same gun. And I was like, bro, what? I'm like, we've had like 5 different metas in the past 3 months.
fellas, how's the C9 meta again? The damn C9. Bro, they
It was
didn't
crazy
give
at
Roger a
first.
chance.
Bro, at first I was like, bro, this shit is ass when the first update, and then I feel like they tweaked it because I felt like every time I used it, there was like no aim assist whenever I used it. I'm like just shooting fucking like rampaging shit, and then like,
Bro,
at the
could've been
oh
Josh.
shit, my fault. Yo,
Yeah.
10-10 rage bait.
Oh, you got me, you got me, you got me. You got me, bro. That's
And then like I was trying the OC10, the Lodge Ram, like bro, all these guns are fucking dirt. And then I come back, C9 is just fucking goated. I'm like, nah, this thing's it.
Have returned, boys. The prodigal son has returned.
Welcome
back,
back.
X, bro. We're talking about like.
Oh, I heard
like,
you. I have my headphones
TDL.
on.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine,
You said
imagine
you're
having
like a
mic.
bitch and shit.
Just- Yeah, dude. This guy thinks that's fucking me, bro. Speak my shit.
Oh, bro. Wait, what did you say? Who was fucking you? Oh,
What? No
cooking and
one.
Wait, is that
Just
not what
cooking
you
my
said?
face. Oh, you guys are matched. I forgot. I'm with the god clickbaiters.
I'm trying to rage bait with you.
No. I'm with master rage baiters.
Who?
Falcons dropped
guys,
Shifty
bro.
apparently, according to Rampage, bro. They dropped Shifty.
Oh, yeah. I saw that
Oh
shit.
my god. Oh my god.
That
Was that rage bait,
the
Rampage?
same rage bait, 100%.
That was rage bait.
Oh, boys. Bro, I want to talk about this in another podcast. Did y'all see the Modern Warfare 4 leaks?
Oh yeah, I saw that like they didn't have no like the movement thingy.
Bro,
Oh,
I'm not
apparently
going to
it's
How
show
much
it.
movement thing?
Nah, let's
Bro,
see
I'm
it.
not going to
That's
show you. I'm praying. What's his name? Reality YK
Yeah,
or some shit?
reality 4 or something
Oh.
or 4
I think
reality.
he said it's like he's like it's like Modern Warfare 2 all over again.
Bro, chat.
Hell no.
Chat.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show you guys because I don't want to, but like, what's his name, bro? Fuck.
It's like
Um,
Reality UK or some shit.
Does anybody have his
Yeah,
thing?
like there is no like movement or anything like that.
Yeah.
Bro,
Reality UK. Reality UK.
Reality?
The UI system was the same as Modern Warfare 2
Oh my God.
or Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, chat.
Oh no.
Watch this shit. I'm gonna read this shit. Oh my God, it's chat. I'm praying that this is not real and that he's just rage baiting.
Let me hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the list because there's a lot. Modern Warfare 4 currently has no Omni movement. All right,
Wow.
not too crazy. Oh, that sucks, but like all right.
That's ass.
Currently, Currently, visual recoil for Modern Warfare 4 weapons is on par with Modern Warfare 2's visual recoil.
Oh no.
No.
That's bad. No,
Iceman
the smoking.
Isaac
Wait.
just fell in a parking lot to his knees, bro.
KBA players.
Yeah. He just
Bro.
fell to his knees. Iceman Isaac just said no.
Modern Warfare
Oh,
4
no.
in its current state does have doors. Okay?
Oh my.
You guys like doors?
Uh-huh.
I don't really like doors.
I don't really
know.
like
I
doors.
don't care about them.
I don't like doors.
Well, I feel like they fucked it up with BO6. Like I
I
don't know, there's like
personally don't
some
give a fuck.
glitch.
No,
Okay.
just like you can't really do plays because like you just slam open a big ass door.
All right, we got
And
more.
you get
Okay,
stuck.
hold on.
Your big
You got
Johnson gets
more?
stuck through the door.
Hold on. Let me see. All right.
No ADS while
No
sliding.
ADS while sliding.
No.
Chat.
Apparently that's in Black Ops 7 too, no? Without a perk? Like you need a perk in order to do it.
Oh, actually.
Yeah,
What about an
apparently.
attachment? What about an attachment?
which is
This
stupid.
coulda-
I think that's so dumb, bro.
Yeah.
The diving while ADSing and shooting and all that stuff, like the fluidity we have in Black Ops 6 is fire. I think that's fire.
I do agree.
I'm going to keep going, boys. All right.
Go ahead.
There's
go ahead.
more?
No dedicated melee slot.
What? So we're gonna be like slow? Unless they make dude, we're gonna be
Bro,
super
they're
slow.
They're dead ass taking out quality of life shit. That's crazy.
But slide canceling is in the game.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's it. So we have no Omni, no dedicated melee, whatever the fuck, no ADS while sliding, no Omni movement, and Modern Warfare 2 visual recoil.
So are they
Damn.
doing that because of the casuals? Because like nobody's taking out the melee? Like I swear they just be jogging, bro. They just be like they don't hit the none of these. Like
Oh,
Well, maybe it was like a button just to press and it comes out. holding it.
Yeah, but I mean, I see no casual hitting no knife. Like, so they're probably like, it's just a wasted, slot.
But
I'm confused.
It just sounds like we're resetting.
I don't understand this at all. This is what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Call of Duty's three, they're three. What's it called? They're three separate franchises, like all making the game that they want. It just makes for three crazy different games. That, like, I don't know. Like,
well, bro,
it seems like two are on the same page, and then just one.
Yeah,
I hope Warzone needs to be its own thing, because like, bro, Warzone changing every year is crazy. I understand a new Call of Duty every year, like I get that, a new multiplayer.
Yeah,
but a new Warzone every year is absurd, and it's like always that cycle of like a new game, then there's bugs, and everyone complains about the movement or the gunplay or something. Then we go back, they fix it. Then next year, new game, something else is happening. Like, I think a new Warzone every year is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, especially like if you're trying to do a multi like fix compared to like Warzone, it's got to be like 1-to-1, no? So
yeah.
What do you mean?
They're like, damn. Like, say for example, if you like want to fix something like a bug or a movement or anything for multiplayer side, like it'll affect like Warzone as well. Like imagine if we could like have our own thing where we have different metas, different guns, ARs that you could use instead of just for CDL. Like, okay, these guns are the best. And
like you're saying separating multiplayer and Warzone.
Yeah, like I feel like if it's his own thing, it could, we could have different metas, different, like how eBay's just saying we could stay with our Omni movement. That'd be fire. Or
JD, you can switch. You can end
Somebody brought
YouTube
up-
though. Give me one second, boys. Let me
chat.
just switch this shit.
Like, they just said, what do you mean new?
I'll
what do you
count
mean
you
new
down to the
game?
end.
Like, what do you mean new game? We're still playing for Dance and Rebirth. I mean, like, that's a part of the problem, bro. Is that
Wait.
we literally get a new iteration of Warzone every
I'm
year.
right now, Hector.
Hold on. Sorry, eBay, I can't mute. That's its downside to this.
Oh no, you're good.
Might have to set this up later with art. Okay, you could just end YouTube. YouTube stream. I'm sorry guys, we have to end. But I'm gonna go back live on Twitch. Okay.
Okay,
We'll
and
figure